Welcome back to CoinPoker's Cash Game World Championship. I'm your host, Johan Merlo, and this is day 15 of
Hello
28.
everyone, and welcome back to CoinPoker's Cash Game World Championship.
Okay, I need you to turn off the speakers, man. I got like a massive...
Oh my gosh, I have the screen up. 1 second, I gotta mute the stream.
Yes, you do. I was like, is that me?
Yeah, I don't have headphones. I usually just, I always thought the
AirPods?
Discord,
You don't have AirPods?
I do. They don't work. My computer has shitty Bluetooth. I don't know. I'll figure this out.
Okay.
I didn't wake up that long ago, so.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Oh yeah, it is day 15 of 28, so we're past the midway point now, and yeah, back with more high stakes cash game action here. There is currently 4 tables running. 2 of those are show tables here shown on the screen, and we're joined by Twisted Logic, who's perhaps sorting out some sound. Or are you good to talk now?
Yeah, I just turned the stream off. I got the tables up on my computer, so.
Okay, yeah. That's good enough. Okay, so what do you know about some of these players? And actually, how have you been, right? You played in the mid-stakes championship, so what's been new with you?
Not a whole lot. Played the mid-stakes championship. Pretty confident shattering. But I think I learned a lot and I gotten a lot better. And yeah, I don't know. We found WPT gold heads up tables. Those are pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. Been playing a lot of that.
Nice. So we see you in the challenge sometime soon, or what?
I mean, I'll play the next Cash Game World Championship for the mid stakes. I got a family, dude. I can't gamble $10,000 on 4 different tables. Too much.
Not yet. Let's give you some time after you ship the mid stakes championship, maybe.
Yeah, no, I'll play that for sure. It was fun. I mean, I did learn a lot, so
yeah.
I think I'll be a little bit better prepared. I went into that. I had a bunch of new strategies that I had just kind of worked out before it, and I think I just didn't really know the. It's like whenever you try to add something new to your game, you know, you kind of struggle a little bit for a while. And I think that's kind of where I was at in the last mid stakes one. Is Limitless like still good or what?
I mean, he's doing well in the leaderboard actually, although he did lose in the latest update. Before that, he had like a massive day. I guess we can go over the leaderboard together. So Davy's still in the lead, but he's been downswinging for a while now. He was up to 300k at some point with a 45 BB per 100 win rate. Ever since, it seems like he's kind of been steadily losing, with maybe one winning session in there. Kevin also losing. This really opens up the race actually at the top. Like literally any of these guys could make it with one really good day and be in the top position. But Betcat seems like done for now. Very low volume, but 3rd place, a solid 3rd place. Derp climbing steadily. Been losing, huge day yesterday, 82k, so skyrocketing to the 5th place. In 1,000 hands, he won 8 binds. That's pretty sick. We got Limitless. You were just asking about him. So he had one of the best days, I think, 2 days ago, and yesterday he lost about 2 binds in 600 hands. Let me find his exact day that he had. In the best days down there, Limitless, he had the 2nd best day that anybody has had on day 14, almost 11 binds at once. That's pretty sick.
Could you imagine?
No, I cannot.
I don't know. I'm not saying I don't have 11 buy-in days, but it'd be tough to imagine at 10k and L. Just sit down and win 11 buy-ins.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But apparently, like some of these guys
way down there. What's up with that?
Yeah, some of these guys play a style that will, like for example, some players were mentioning that Kevin, winning 14 buy-ins in a day, that's not surprising because he's like that type of player that will, can win a lot or can lose a lot in a day with the way he plays. Just gonna work our way down. If you have any observation about anyone there, let me know and then I can pause. Yeah, Lama, oh my god, Lama had a really bad day. He was in top 4, top 5.
Why does I feel like Marinelli, he must just like not run good when he plays this thing because he
Yeah.
lost in the last one too.
Yeah. It's been kind of like
I had a
steady losing.
database of a bunch of his hands, and they were fucking insane.
Yeah. And Linus on an
Whatever.
upswing, on a huge upswing, by the way. He was down 185k in EV, so he's like on an 11 buy-in upswing. He was last for a while. Took a few days, came back, and ever since he's just crushing.
Oh well, maybe this just hasn't updated yet because I'm on the PokerStrategy.com leaderboard, and he's still at the bottom in this leaderboard.
Oh, you need to like refresh the cache because that's where I am too. Or like, where do you mean? This is the Poker Strategy website here for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm on. Yeah, it still has him down 183,000 in EV.
Okay, yeah, then I think sometimes you need to like refresh cache or something, or like delete some, I don't know, not cookies, but something else because like the website can get stuck. I had this in the past too. I think in the mid-stakes this happened to me also, and I was really confused. But yeah, no, Linus, if you can see on the stream, minus 73k, and he was down 185 a few days ago. So it's a huge upswing, 11 binds. Doing really well for himself now, and hopefully we can see him in the green soon. Like 2k hands yesterday.
Who is Dunkaroos again? That's like Meek
Bill.
Meek Bill.
I think
Dunkaroos is Meek.
Yeah, Dunkaroos Meek Bill. Yeah, Derp is Petar Knop. And then if you have any other question about who anyone is there, let me know. I know surprisingly high amount of these guys.
Who's your mom is hot?
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to. I would write.
That's okay. You don't if it's like not like just known.
Yeah, I'm not sure this one.
Know.
You know?
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll keep that to myself.
Then
he's very good. He's very good.
Yeah. Voidaments was in there. Prodigy has been playing, but like the last few days, he kind of stopped. Flushy still putting in
Prodigy?
volume. Yeah.
Well, it's probably kind of disheartening because he just crushed so hard in the last one, and then like he plays this one. I mean, like, because like it's not that many hands, right? Like I'm not saying that like
yeah,
Prodigy just got lucky to win, but I mean you have to like run good to some extent to like win these things,
I think he has like multiple games, like he has other games that he's been playing and stuff. So I'm guessing he's like been busy with that too. So yeah, he hasn't been putting in as many hands here in this as of late, but hopefully we'll see him. There's still plenty of time, right? Like day 15 of 28, like there's a lot of time to still play. Speaking of, your mom is hot. Going all in with Limitless.
I didn't see the action on this hand.
Oh, what?
I knew that was going to happen. I knew
God.
he was going to be bluffing. He was just going to call the pair. I didn't even see the action.
What in the world? What was that?
Yeah. You should pull that one up.
Yeah,
see what happened there.
I did it.
I'm going to turn my... Why isn't this showing?
So it's a 3-bet pot, small blind versus hijack. Limitless 3 bets in a small blind. Your mom is hot calls Jack 6-5 with 2 diamonds. He continues half. We get a call. And your mom is hot has a gut shot, 8-9 of hearts, I believe. Ace on the turn. He checks. Your mom is hot bets 3rd pot. Limitless calls. Deuce of diamonds on the river. Limitless checks. And your mom is hot goes for it. What a call. Oh my god. If I do this at my stakes, this is not even the queen of diamonds. It's only the king of diamonds that I'm calling. But here, apparently...
Yeah, I think in general, at least at like mid stakes, the 4 flush river card is randomly like pretty... It's like over bluffed on average. it sounds like really strange, but like I think what kind of happens is like you probably have to like value bet like less good diamonds, you know?
Yeah.
And then obviously like I think like your mama's hot's hand makes sense. Like you want to have bluffs on 4-flush run out, right? So, but you also like you might not want to choose like a hand with higher equity. Like let's say he had like 8-7, like maybe he doesn't necessarily want to like get check jammed on and like, you know, cuz like I mean an open ender is still like decent equity, right? Um so like he uses a gutter because he doesn't care if he gets check jammed on, and then on 4-flush runouts he has bluffs.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think at like mid stakes, people typically just don't value bet that enough, and then what kind of happens is they end up over bluffing because they will find bluffs, but like they're too scared to value bet like a worse diamond.
Yeah.
So then you can just like kind of call a bunch of pairs because people also probably less liable to turn like a pair into a bluff, you know.
But like so, if you look at this hand in if you look at theory, this is something that's like a completely standard hand, you'd guess.
I don't know if it's standard. I mean, maybe like in Jack's like indifferent in theory, but I mean, like it probably calls some, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Chris.
then I like your mom's hot handed. I mean, like it probably like mixes on the turn and mixes on the river, or maybe like it like pure jams river if it bluffs turn. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like a standard hand, but like I don't think it's like the craziest thing I've ever seen either.
Actually, yeah, no. Thank you for correcting me, Chris on YouTube. I said some nicknames wrong earlier. Derp is Seifold, not Petaknop.
Oh, okay.
Petaknop is
and
Yagot
then,
Me.
And then Dunkaroo is Meek build up.
Yeah. And Lumberjack is Station Steve. Yeah. There's a lot of other nicknames. Yeah.
A lot of ACR guys. I guess I don't know who they are on other sites, but
yeah. Now we're on the NA hours, I guess. A little bit. Since
I remember back when I was losing 1 cent, 2 cent player on ACR, I would sweat the high stakes tables, and I would see Meek Bill playing. Way back in the day.
I know you're still sweating him.
Yeah.
You gotta catch up. He's had some wild swings, actually. I think at some point he was like towards the top.
Playing this thing is just got to be so swingy.
Yeah,
got to be so stupid swingy. Oh, like was there? So did somebody just get stacked on one of the show tables with they had 4-flush? I don't know. I was like watching a bunch of different stuff.
on left side or right side?
It would have been on the left.
Okay, let me check.
It was like
oh yeah. Okay. Let me bring it up. It's actually that's literally the guys we're talking about. So it's a derp raise on the button. Dunkaroo's 3 bets in the big blind. We get a call. Continues third pot. Call. Another club. He check calls. And then he jams. Okay, so this time we don't see the player that 3-bets check calling a jam on the river. Instead, he jams himself.
I just donked.
Yeah. And
that's outside my range of strategy. I'm sure it's fine, but I thought it was like the same spot, except he had like a flush. But oh wow, that's wild.
Yeah, derp is the one with the aces. Like pretty easy call.
Yeah, obviously.
I don't think he's too worried about 6-8 of clubs.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what Dunkaroo is thinking. I guess like maybe like, you know, like the hand you're most likely to call down with is like a queen. So having a queen's good.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it was a 3-bet pot, right? So like at this like a no rake, they could probably call 8s. But there was this bet on the flop. In position bet flop, right?
No. Dunkaroo's continued for third pot on the flop.
Okay, well, so 8-6 is the real one. I don't know what that hand's wild. I don't have anything to say about it.
How often do you want to call aces on the button versus big blind here against the 3-bet?
I mean, I personally would never do it. But I do know like in a lot of solves, that's like it happens at like a frequency. like I think it's just kind of like when you have aces, you're not very vulnerable.
Yeah.
And so you like you maybe you don't, maybe the solver doesn't want to like fold out hands that it's just basically got dead.
Yeah.
And that's why it calls pre-flop. I don't know. I mean, because like obviously I play like 501k, so there's like rake, and it's like like a lot higher comparatively to like I don't know, even if you're playing like 5k or like 10k. So
I like
when I have aces, I just 4-bet.
Yeah, I like how you say you're not really vulnerable, and like if I ever try this play, the flop is 6, 7, 8, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm dead already. Oh,
What? Aces is a 54% flat at NL1K rake. For me,
what about no limit
0%
10K?
flat. It could be higher. I don't know. Maybe it'd be lower. I don't really know how it would impact. Good for Davey. Plays good, runs good. The way it's done.
Yeah, aces against queens plays itself there for sure. And Chris Hans asked about your IDs on other websites. You don't have to reveal anything, but he did follow up asking, are you Twisted Logic from Global?
I am Twisted Logic from Global.
TaxHere asked, any dates in consideration for mid-stakes championship? You would have to ask Kaki. I think he's kind of the one behind the scenes organizing like pretty much everything for these challenges. So next time, he streamed the last VIP game, and usually he's involved in the VIP game, like with coming on stream. So yeah, just if you really need to know this minute, I guess reach out to him. Like he'd be the one to know, but it might be pretty early for them to have an idea, I'd assume.
It was like the month of June last time. Right?
Yeah. Were you okay with that, or you would have preferred a bit earlier, maybe?
Well, I don't know. So last time my wife was like 7 months pregnant. So usually I go to WSOP, but like I think I just go to play the main. So I don't even think it conflicted, because I think it was like it started in June and then ended at the end of June, right? So
Yeah,
and then the
okay.
main is like in July. So I don't really care. I'm gonna play it anyway. I thought it was fun. I mean, it was fun, even though I felt like I played fucking terrible and was a little depressed. It was still fun playing.
How did you finish in it?
So I think EV wise, so I played a 3-way all in, where I I got it in against top 2 middle set, and I had bottom set, and I think we were all like deeper than 100 bigs too, and I rivered a 5 for quads, which is not good for the EV graph, but I think I only lost like 2 buy-ins overall, like in actual dollars, which I felt pretty good about it, because I was down a lot more than that. So I don't know. I never looked at the leaderboard, because like once I lost a bunch, I started losing in the second week a lot, and then I just never looked at the leaderboard again, because I knew I was not going to be able to win. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to try to play now. I'm not going to worry about it.
Okay, I see. Yeah, it's interesting. Like some players, I think, played it like for many different reasons. Like obviously, to win is like the first one, but I think even once you're kind of like not in the running anymore, obviously there is the aspect of like the show tables, the big pool of players that runs around the clock, and of course the no rake. Probably one of the biggest arguments. Like why get in there?
I was actually I was shocked at how good everybody was. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. But it wasn't just 500 players, right? Like there was some players that usually play a little bit above.
Yeah, but like even some of the players who like typically play lower stakes, like they were like pretty good. And like there's like I think part of it is that like everybody was really going for it. Like normally, like when you play, regs are a lot more like regs aren't like trying to win the most off regs in your typical 500 NL game, right? Like they're there because there's a rec, and like they're not like trying to like own the shit out of you every hand, right? Whereas like in the and the Cash Game World Championship format, like it is mostly regs, and so everybody's just trying to own everybody everywhere. So like everybody's trying a lot harder. So like I don't know, like maybe you take like that player pool and like it's just regular games. Maybe everybody doesn't play as tough. But I don't know. I thought everybody was. I was shocked at how good everybody was.
Do you feel like it helped you improve a bunch and made you sharper, like especially with the show tables?
Yeah, well, I think it definitely let me know things I needed to work on. Like I think like what'll kind of happen sometimes is you play and like you could like just like the variance of it is like you could just run into a bunch of spots that you're really familiar with, right? And that you play really well and that you studied a lot. And like so you'll feel like, oh yeah, I'm just like playing so good. And like I just like, like my game is at a really good place right now. And then there's like other instances where like maybe like the variance of the situation is you just run into a bunch of spots that you don't fucking like understand very well, which I think happened for me when I was playing. I just got into a bunch of spots that I wasn't super sure of.
Okay.
Which was totally fine with me because like I just want to get better, like I'm not, like I wouldn't like complain and be like, oh, I ran so bad. Like I think there's a lot of stuff I wasn't doing right and like my opponents were doing really well. And like I like seeing that stuff, like I'm not gonna like beat myself up. I just want to get better.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
TaxHere in the chat asks, could you share one or two things you want to work on? I guess maybe it means like that you noticed you wanted to work on maybe from the challenge.
Mixed strategies. Making sure that you get into making sure that like when you check back the flop, you have like a strong enough range like for the rest of the hand, or like when you bet the flop, like you don't have too much stuff like that. Where like I think like a big problem with my game is for the longest time I just kind of like the American sites are not as tough, and like I would just kind of I'd basically just try to run people over, and it worked really, really well until everybody started calling, and then it didn't work as well anymore. And then, like, obviously in the Cash Game World Championship, people like aren't trying to fold. So it, I think just like being like a little bit more aware of like what your range looks like when you like take a certain action.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's really tough to like show up and like a bunch of different lines with like be like capable of having a strong hand. Like a lot of people like if they take a certain line, they probably like they might not ever have a bluff in that line, or they might never have a value hand in that line. And
oh my god, it took a long time to call.
Was it pre-flop? What happened? Pull that one up. He tanked with the ace king.
Yeah, but I mean the board is paired, but he has a flush. So it's a 4-bet pot. Oh yeah, I guess okay. It's a 4-bet pot. He's thinking of all the boats there can be. Is Marinelli still
like
jamming?
This is the tightest formation too.
Yeah. So then he
deeper.
flops the nuts. He just calls, and then he gets a club. He's like, all right, just don't pair the board one time. Boom. And then Marinelli just goes for all of it, and Derp ends up making the call. And it's a straight over straight. A while, yeah. I mean, well, to be honest, it's a bold pair, right? Like,
yeah, but I mean, like playing Matt Marinelli, bro.
Yeah,
you can call. I don't know. I mean, they were like deeper too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, and this is like an extremely tight formation.
It's probably good to still count combos and everything, I guess.
Yeah, one thing I noticed about a lot of high stakes guys is they like you have a time bank, and like when you have a decision, you just like they just like take their time to think about it, you know? Like even if like they had like let's say it was like a single raise pot, like some bet check bet spot, and they have like, you know, like some shitty top pair and they face like a block, like maybe they know that they're this particular combo they're never really gonna raise versus the block or whatever.
Yeah.
But they still just like take their time to think about it, you know? And like kind of like I think like what would separate a lot of like mid stakes guys from high stakes guys is mid stake guys probably just tend to be a little bit more autopilot-y, and then high stakes guys are like, well, I'm trying to win the most, so I'm going to take my time to think about it, you know?
Yeah. It's pretty sick though. Imagine Monday he jams and he doesn't get snapped. He's like, all right, we're Gucci. He must have thought it was good for sure. We had a question in the chat from Chris asking, Johan, it might sound funny, but is there a possibility of a low stakes cash game world championship, 100 NL, 200 NL? I mean, I'm only a commentator, so I cannot speak on behalf of Coin. I haven't heard anything about that, and I got a feeling for now they're probably gonna only want to focus on the high stakes and mid stakes. But who knows in future? Like if you want that to happen, next time Kaki is doing a stream, let him know in the chats. Who knows? Like, I think that would be pretty cool to have that as well.
I think it's kind of hard because they're already at 4, right? So they have the Omaha, they have the high stakes, they have the mid stakes, and then they're going to do like a heads up thing or something.
Yeah. So then it's like already they're kind of like booked year long and still kind of ironing like how to run these like in the most efficient way. So it's quite a bit.
The low stakes world championship is 100 blitz on ACR.
I thought that was like you ever watched the TV show Spartacus? You know that show?
No.
In that show, like it's like about the gladiators. Before they can be gladiators, they have to go in a place in the city called the pits, where it's like all the despicables, you know, kind of like fight each other, and then like they fight to the death, and then the winners can go on to be gladiators in the actual Colosseum, like the arena. I think the pool you described, that's what I picture that as. It's the pits. You need to graduate.
So at night I have to so I watch my so I have a 10-week-old baby, and I watch him, or like I'm responsible for him until 5 a.m. So that way my wife can get like a full 8 hours. Well, so I've been really struggling to sleep, so like I've gotten like THC gummies that I take at night, and like while I'm waiting to go give the monitor to my wife, I'll basically just be stoned and I'll just hop in the 100 blitz pool, like just for fun. It's so funny. I think my one stop flop is like 55 or something fucking crazy.
Oh my God.
Like,
and you're doing well.
But I don't know. I mean, obviously people at 100 NL are probably going to be a little bit nittier than, you know, like a 500 NL player. But like, I swear to God, it just like...
So how does it change?
Just fucking running it up people.
Yeah. How do you think it changes how you play then? Like, because let's say obviously it's not the same stakes as you play usual, and you're probably like heaps better than the players. But if you didn't take gummies, like, do you think you play similar to how you play now? Like, how do the gummies affect you?
So I think I play the same. It just takes me longer to come to the same conclusion.
You're thinking for 3 minutes on the river.
Well, like, so like I like played a spot the other day where I was like, God, like I don't know if I want to jam my hand. Like it was in like a single raise pot, so like the jam would be like, you know, like pretty big, like 3x pot or whatever.
Yeah.
And like I think I just would have come to the decision to jam the river with my hand way faster if I hadn't taken my sleep gummies, you know. But I think like stuff like that, where like when the pot gets really big, I like take a lot more time to think, I think. I don't know. I don't really think it changes that much. I think everything is way funnier. So like if I like see somebody like check back, like I'll like probe the turn or some shit, and then I like have whatever I have, like some high card hand, and I'm like, I don't know, this guy might just check back 9 high or whatever. And then they like check back and it's like the exact hand I thought they might check back. I think shit like that's really funny.
You know, what would be funny is like if you realize you got superpowers on gummies and then you end up having to take them as well when you go on your normal grind. Just crushing people.
Well, I did go on a 6K upswing at 2-4 heads up on WPT.
There you go.
When when I started. Yeah, well, because I
performance enhancing drugs, my man.
What?
It should be performance decreasing drugs, but somehow for you it's increasing the performance.
Well, because like with like like so when you're playing heads up and you're playing like blitz, you know, there's like more like it's like when you're playing like regular tables, you know, you have like 6 tables and sometimes you're just like waiting, but like so you can play like less tables when you play heads up or blitz, and so then you just have like more time to like focus on like those 2 tables you have up or those 3 tables. And so I think I just like you know, and I like most of my strategies are pretty like unconscious competence, you know? Like I've worked on them a lot, you know? So like I don't need to like think super hard to do like, you know, to play the basic spots.
So autopilot
So
is
then
enough.
I think yeah, I think I just get a little more creative, you know, think a little harder, you know. I don't know, I just think it's fun. I'm really just playing for fun. It's not because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go make a bunch of money. I'm just like, I can't go to bed yet and I'm bored.
Yeah. I was talking about TV show. I was like, oh, right, he's gonna tell me he's like watching a TV show or something. He's like, nope, gummies, no limit 100. HDP said it would be a dream for me to get to level to play in mid-stakes championship, both skill-wise and money-wise. Yeah, no, it's. I think you've been asking a lot of questions. It's a good sign from somebody that's like really wants to improve. By the way, I've been consistently asking the player from India that played the mid-stakes championship to get on, so that maybe he can give you that little bit of extra motivation. He's been responding, so we'll see when he drops by.
Do you think pools get nitty as you move down in low stakes, or is it just an 100 NL thing? Well, it's really a player dependent thing. So I don't know. I don't even remember what 50 NL or anything was like. 200 NL in America is still really soft though. You'd show up to 200 NL and like you'll have like 3 fish tables at 200 NL on American sites sometimes. It's pretty crazy. But I don't even really play that. I don't know. To be honest, I think poker has just gone in the direction of being a little bit more nitty than it used to be.
Yeah, okay.
Just with like solvers. Like if you study with solvers and you like really try to do what the solver tells you to do, you're just gonna like be nittier. Because every time you get to the river, you're just gonna be like, oh, like I have a bad blocker, and then just like not bluff. It's like what I kind of see from people who are like really trying to play like the solvers. They just end up being way more passive. And sometimes you just gotta say, fuck it. I don't care if I have a bad combo. This guy's gonna fold too much, and you just do it anyway. Not at the high stakes Catch Game World Championship. That probably wouldn't be a good play, but at lower stakes.
Chris asked, what stakes does Twisted play on ACR?
I don't. That's the
No limit hundreds with performance increasing.
I played no
gummies.
limit 100 for fun. I did go through a phase where I played 400 and 600 maybe last year, I think.
Wait, they have 600? What is this, full tilt?
Yeah, it does. It is weird. But yeah, I played a little 400, a little 600. And then it just got so annoying to find tables, so I just quit playing on ACR. Like it just like literally felt impossible to get on a table with a rec.
Yeah.
So I just was like, I don't have the, because like I'm also like playing a bunch of other sites, and like I usually like open sit, so like I might have to be like playing like heads up or something, and it's like I just don't have the mental bandwidth to like try to find seats on a site that is probably just harder. You know?
Yeah. Actually, so in 1 hour, we're going to have the champ from the Mid-Stakes Championship, One Win Soft Love 45, join us. Do you have any suggestions on, anything to talk to him about? Like, any questions? You can think on it if you want, but yeah, I'm curious if you have any suggestions.
I mean, 300, 600, I mean, 400 L, 600 L, and 1K, and I'll like run pretty regularly on ACR. You could probably play way more than 30K hands a month on ACR at those stakes, if I had to guess. 200 runs. But I don't know, because I don't really play on the play on the site. So
I feel like from what I hear, if you play like some of these like no limit 25, no limit 50, Coin is very good to play on because you get when you get the CHP, you already get like a decent rake back. And then if you do the deposit bonus, you get really good rake back that probably you wouldn't get anything anywhere as close on any other website. So I had
the
a friend.
deposit bonus on Coin is good. I just got fucking destroyed when when I was trying to clear my bonus before the Cash Game World Championship. And then it was also annoying because like only 200 ran, like 500 never ran.
Yeah.
And so like I was playing like 501k at the time. And so like it was annoying because I'm like, I need to clear this deposit bonus, but I also don't want to play 200 at L until I clear it. I don't know.
500 is actually running right now.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are playing on Coin now after the mid stakes thing. So
Yeah.
I think it did help with traffic.
It's not many tables though. I see just the 2 that are full and that have a waiting list. And some guy has 40 big blinds. I wonder if like what's going on there.
Probably short stack in Euro from ACR. Or he's a fish.
It's
A
called
wreck.
Primordial
Recreational
AA.
player.
And I recognize some names from the mid-stakes championship. Inner Peace is there and Lulu 18 as well.
Yeah, Inner Peace did he get second?
Dude, I don't even remember exactly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got second.
Yeah.
I remember one time I had a debate with him in a Discord about a topic, and we disagreed. And I didn't know. I mean, obviously, I'd never played with the dude. I didn't like think anything of it. I disagree with people about stuff all the time. But then when the Cash Game World Championship happened, I did look at the leaderboard towards the end. I was like, holy shit, that guy's in second place. I thought he played pretty good. Like I played it. We seemed to play the same schedule, and I thought he was pretty good. That being said, though, I do have to go upstairs because my wife has a doctor's appointment, so I gotta go.
All right.
But it's good talking to you. And if you need somebody to come on again, I probably can at other times, especially like around this time. I think like this is like a good time.
Okay, no, let's do it next time. Thank you for being on.
Good talking to you.
If you have any shout outs or last things you want to mention.
No shout outs. We just gotta go.
All
but
right.
yeah,
Thanks.
I'll talk to you later, man.
No shout outs, eh? What is it with poker players never shouting out anybody? How about a shout out to Davey, or Linus, or anyone battling in there? Okay, so we have about 55 minutes until One When Softflop joins us. So just gonna hang out till then. Maybe I'll come on a bit earlier. Maybe we can spot some good hands. There is a couple players I realized that I hadn't messaged yet to be on the show, and then I didn't now end up asking them. So hopefully, by the end of the challenge, I will have asked anybody as to give everybody the chance to be on. How's your grind been, HDP? Do you also play or these days, or do you just focus on studying? And also, wait, do you play while watching the stream here? Actually, yesterday I followed, remember Floody Mary came on and he was talking about how moving up, like the regs are not necessarily that good when you move up a limit and stuff. And I did play a little bit of No Limit Hundreds, and I was not impressed, I'll say that. There was a couple regs that it felt like they were running me over, but it was like 3 hands with the same guy, and every time he jammed the river, and then I kind of had the hand that I wasn't super happy with. So I ended up folding all 3 times. So I don't know if you just like always had this. There was one that I misplayed only, I think, when I reviewed it. I'm especially interested in understanding how one when softflop adjusted with his metagame because he seemed to take it to next level. Did you watch the Mechanics of Podcasts episodes on YouTube where Wacko went over this? So there is like a whole bunch of episodes where Wacko basically interviewed the like 4 players from the challenge, including one when softflop, and he was talking about like all this stuff. I think the episode 4 didn't drop, by the way. I watched the first 3 episodes. I don't think I saw episode 4 on there. Assuming there is one. Didn't go over it, they just discussed some hands. Okay. Yeah, I'm normally grinding when watching stream. Okay. You don't feel like it's a bit difficult to focus sometimes? Oh, it's okay. It's very interesting. Like I heard many people say that even music can be not that good while you're playing. But for me, on my playlist, I always have some like 3 to 4 songs that really hype me up. They're the latest songs that I've added to my playlist. And I don't know, it makes me feel pumped, when I hear those, like the mood always lifts, whether it's at the gym or while I'm at the table, and I really like having those songs. The psyche of adjustments were not discussed. I mean, it's only 25. Well, that's the thing. You're going to be able to ask him questions here in a little bit. I think Lama was trying to start more tables, but so far unsuccessfully. Let me see. Yeah, so there's 4 full tables. Oh, wait, 1 table started. Okay, so never mind. He managed to get 1 more table started. However, it is not with show, but we'll keep an eye on it. And there's one that's 2-handed. I prefer podcasts or streams over music. Okay. I think everyone has kind of their own thing. As for me, this month grinding was good, hoping to move up. Did take the advice of 5 buying shots from Bloody Mary. Yeah, actually, I had never really thought of this. I always thought that as taking a shot as like, you need to like just be well rolled for the limit and like really give it, say like at least a 10 buying shots. But I think it's okay to do 5 also. So I'm excited to play some No Limit 100 again and stream it probably later. It looks like Limitless isn't playing on a show table. Do players have to play on them? So usually the first table you join is always a show table. I believe that's the rule. And so there's a chance he was on a show table earlier and then, maybe the table broke or something. Like, yeah. I think unless we know for a fact that he joined a non-show table first and doesn't join a show table, like, yeah, then it's fine. But if he was to do that, obviously that would not be good. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, he is on the show table. Come on, You gotta see that, my dude. Okay, I just witnessed something. Actually, wait, let's pay attention to this hand first, then I'll show you guys the hand I saw. I had just finished my grind and was going to head to bed when you mentioned the one win soft flop 45 is coming on. No, I'll stay on. Yeah, it should be good. We hear from the champ. Okay, let's see that hand I spotted. So it's a Biluzin raise under the gun. Dunkaroos 3-bet small blind. We get a call, 7-3 deuce. Checks around. On a 6-turn, Dunkaroos bet spot. In my, like, in no limit 50 pool, everybody that 3-bets an overpair, it's kind of weird. It's almost as if, like, if they have an overpair here, they will want to check raise, but if they have ace king, they will want to bet. It's like a trend. A lot of people play like this. But here he bet spots. River, 3 of clubs. Dunkaroos jams, and Biluzin decided he does not believe, but perhaps he should have, because we didn't have it. Big hand developing here. Do we get a jam? From your mom. Okay, I see Highmark joining the short-handed table, so he's in the mix. Okay, river goes check, check. Your mom is not giving up. So that's a squeeze spot, actually, from Derp. Your mom is hot calls in position. Small continue call. Small bets. Min click. With the jack 10, so open ender. And Derp is like, well, this is cheap enough. Call the ace queen. River check checks. Kind of get the feeling that there was going to be a call river here. Most likely. But who knows? So yeah, there's still some time. Like, if you guys want to think of some interesting stuff to ask to one win soft flop later, then yeah, there's still about 45 minutes until he joins. Hello, Smurfalot. How is it going, sir? Thank you. Thank you for joining us. I love how Llama is like all caps, new tables. It's not a gentle ask, it's just new tables. I was going to 500 no limit pool running often. Whenever I check, I can't see much. 6 max tables running. No limit 200 seems to be running always. Wait, the tables are... or did they switch a lot from 7 max? No, I think the tables are 7 max. But there is... like right now I'm searching for 2-5 and I find there's 2 tables running. One of them is full, one of them is 1 seat free. And it's 7-handed. That's the main characteristic of coin poker, is that it's 7-handed most tables. How can I see those tables? They're not in my lobby. Which tables? The Cash Game World Championship or No Limit 500? Everybody can see those tables like that we see right now. They are not password locked. Anyone can open them, have a show. Yeah, 6 max. Yes, exactly. So if you do any of the filter wrong, then obviously you will not see. But if you put 500 plus and 6 max, these are the only tables that you'll see, nothing else. Ante kind of getting no love. Nobody wants to play Ante. Yeah, did you jump in 100 no limit pool on coin? No, I don't have that much roll on coin. I mean, to be honest, I could. I would have like over 20 binds, but I kind of like to have more ideally. But no, yeah, it wasn't on coin. Actually, I even streamed when I did it. I didn't play much. I think I played like 700 hands, which it was normal tables. So I'm used to playing fast tables, but now I really wanted to take the advice of the guests that have been repeating to me to play more normal tables. And yeah, it did feel very slow paced sometimes, but I was paying attention to a lot more. And also I tagged everybody pretty quickly to have a very clear idea of who's who. But I was surprised, like No Limit 100s, there's a lot of broken stacks. There's a good amount of regs though that play a lot of tables. I don't understand why all those regs on the limit 100 grind reg tables against each other. Reg back, and it's not always as easy as like, oh, you're gonna find like much better tables, right? There was hey, what's up, Leo Messi? We played together last time in No Limit 50. Yeah, it's not always as easy as like, oh, you're gonna find an easier table to deal with, you know, if you just try, if you just look. I told that story already last time, but there was a couple players from France that came to Vegas, and they were grinding the same games as me, like 1-3. And I was a little bit surprised to see how much effort. Like I know table selection is like a skill, but I do think if you have like if you're a minimum decent and you play 1-3 anywhere in Vegas, it's like there is no bad tables. You know, even the regs, like just are not that good in my opinion. And like those players, they were always looking around, always standing up. Like, you know, if they fold and they know the hand's gonna take a while, they stand up, they scout all tables. So a part of it is like kind of commendable. Obviously, they're like, you know, really try-harding and trying to figure out better tables, but also they ended up changing casino and tables all the time throughout the day. Whereas like me, I think that trip, I was just like literally sitting down and never changing table and then just kind of printing the whole trip. The table selection is important, but I think within a certain measure, like you should not be too unrealistic about it. I would say like once I'm at a table, personally, especially live, I don't always like to leave after I've seen already a bunch of showdown and I'm kind of starting to see like who is who at the table. Because you're already kind of starting to build specific profiles and pick up on some tendencies. What do you think would be a good win rate at no limit 50 and no limit 100 after rake? I really don't know much about this, like samples, win rates. Like in a high rake environment, it probably doesn't need to be that high, right? Probably like, I think 5 BBs per 100 probably could be pretty something between 5 and 10. As we know, it's pretty much impossible to get above that. Your mom is hot and Dunkaroos playing another big one here. All right, there it is. Put it in. $7,000. I kind of feel like if this is the challenge where on rivers you're going to be hoping somebody doesn't jam, it's a little bit of a nightmare. We're seeing so many of these big jams. Goes for the fold, and he gets bluffed by pocket sevens. Ay, ay, ay. So he 3-bets, bets half, call. And then this is very similar to the line we saw earlier as well. He check calls turn, and then on the queen river, it's made to fold. And I mean, it's hard to, considering how long he tanked, it's hard to imagine he had worse. Unless he had sixes and he was, you know, thinking of putting his cape on. That would have been crazy. Imagine he calls sixes here. At 5 BB per 100, 60k hands a month, I can quit job here and I live comfortably. Yeah, I would recommend to you not to quit your job though. I kind of feel like poker is like, it's much easier if you have another source of income. It's a lot less stressful because you don't have that need of like, you know, like performing and like you don't have the, like let's say you even go on the downswing, then it's still manageable. I don't know. For me, I feel like even if I start playing poker a lot more and dedicating more times to it, I think I will still always look to do some, you know, other things like commentary, for example, some streaming, all of that. David Jones with the trips. Scoops another one. It's good that you like it. That's like the most important thing. I've had actually like, so these days, obviously like it's day 15 and I've been live near every single day and obviously like very involved with this right now, but commentating this really like also motivates me to kind of try hard poker during that time. But obviously like at the end of stream, sometimes I'm tired, so I don't play necessarily, but I've been like studying, and even when I'm like getting groceries or like on the streets randomly, I will think about some hands and theory. Losing and Gary playing $12,000 spots here. Ace-5 suited went all in against Ace-5 suited, and wait, the hearts won the first one. Mamma mia. And it seems like we had a straight versus an overpair on the other hand. We losing with the tens. Yeah, actually, my No Limit 100 session, I think I lost Ace King as Ace King all in pre. That sucks. I did get very lucky one hand, actually. I 3-bet some guy, and then he called. I was, I think, in the blinds, and he was maybe like hijack. He just called, and it came like a 9 high board. I bet, and then turned jack. So I turned top set. I bet again, he called, and I jam river, and he had aces. He slow played his aces into his death. Trying to trap me a little too hard. Okay, HDP. Stick around, buddy. Because we might have a guest I've been trying to get on to inspire you. I think he's close to joining.
Hey, Ron, how are you?
Hello, how are you doing, sir?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, all good, all good. Should I put the same nickname on the stream that you were using last time in the championship?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. What's been new with you then? How have you been? What have you been playing since the Mistakes Championship?
I was playing on GG a bit, and haven't played like a lot of poker in the last 2-3 months.
Yeah.
So the guys can hear me on stream?
Yeah,
Can they?
they can hear you. Everybody hears you. Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Let me open up the stream as well.
So still no PLO transition in the works for you?
No,
The
Not yet.
the DGen
Not yet.
game. Yeah, I
but
thought.
I actually want to learn PLO.
Oh, you are going to learn?
Link stream as well.
Sorry?
The stream's link.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll put it in here in Discord. Yeah, I wanted to have you back on because it was fun to hear from you during the Mistakes Championship. And then we have a viewer that's here for every stream, and he's from India as well. So I thought it would be inspiring for him if you were to share. If you were to share a little bit about yourself and your story, so and how high you've
sure.
played and everything.
Sure.
So
Wait,
yeah.
you have shared the link, right?
Sorry?
You already have shared the link. Sure.
Yeah. On I sent it on WhatsApp and also on Discord. You see the stream now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so do we have HDP in the chat, and he plays, I believe it's No Limit 25 right now, and he's been asking a lot of questions on like how to improve and what to focus on, things like that. So I'm curious if you have any words of wisdom or advice for him, and I'm sure he's gonna have some question for you too.
I mean, what do you play exactly? Like, what stakes, what game, which site? I mean, the best advice that I can give you is like game select, like study a lot at least at the starting phase of your career.
Yeah, I remember you said like also the live games in India are not as worth because it's mostly PLO for like the higher stakes. But then if somebody wanted to play lower stakes there,
Yeah.
is that a good route to take, you think?
No, I don't think. I mean, lower stakes live games are even beatable in India because they have like 40 big blinds rake cap. It's almost uncapped.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
the game has to be really good for you to want to play.
I mean, how can you, like, even if it's so, like, it's really improbable that you'll beat that game.
Yeah, they would have to punt every hand.
Yeah, 40 big blinds is a lot, man. Like, it's literally uncapped. I don't know why they are kept even at 40 UVs say uncapped.
Yeah. So what's the percentage exactly? Do you know?
What's the rate percent is 5%, but it's uncapped. So
okay.
yeah.
In France, it's similar, I think. In France, it's like 4%, I think, uncapped.
And uncapped.
Yeah.
What the
hell? And people still play. Town.
I mean, I don't think there will be regs playing, right? Only recreationals.
Yeah. Right? There are regs for sure, but I mean, it's known to be soft. I think that's why people still play.
Can you beat the game? Is it possible?
I guess some people can. I assume. I think there is like some regs making a living from it, but I don't know how many. Probably less than like for many other games, considering the reg. And HTTP asked, he said, I mean, the recent regulation thing, I guess, so games online are being kind of figured out. I primarily play on Coin, WPT, and ACR for now, No Limit 25. Of course, before the regulation, I was on Bazi. I guess you might have been on it too. Obviously brave of you to go on stream after the recent bill.
Brave of you? What do you mean? Am I going to get in trouble?
So what happened exactly in India?
Like they just banned poker. They just banned all online games. They just put a blanket ban on all online games. Yeah.
Live is fine?
That is all money. What?
Live games are fine?
Yeah, live is fine. Yeah.
Live what the hell?
Yeah. Sucks.
Yeah.
So what's going on here? Who's at the top of the leaderboard? Last time I saw it was Davey. Is it still him?
Yeah, he's been losing though a little bit, right? Like he had 300k a while back with a 45 BB per 100. Obviously not very sustainable, but ever since been going down a little bit. Looks like he didn't play at all yesterday, maybe taking a bit of a break. Kevin went down, unfortunately, but it does feel like the race is, it's going up there. Like any of those guys could have like a big swing. We've had some 10 buy-in swings, or Kevin even had a 14 buy-in swing in one day, winning 14 buy-ins in EV.
Yeah.
And then
200k.
The Prodigy.
This shit is confusing. He was also in the mid-stakes challenge.
Who?
This shit is confusing guy.
Oh, he was? Okay.
Yeah, he's on top, like on 6, 7.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, he barely played. He played 300 hands. and won 6 binds. That's the life right there. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
And yeah, Prodigy was active initially. He actually kind of climbed back. Like he was down a little bit. Now kind of came back up, but maybe taking a bit of a break now. And towards the bottom of the leaderboard, Linus was actually down there for a while. And Linus started a comeback. He was minus 185, and now he's minus 73.
Minus 73. Okay, he won a lot. Like, so he went on a 10 buy upswing, right?
Yeah, 11. Yeah, pretty good. Maybe he can end in the green. That would be pretty cool because he was looking bleak for a while, but he took a couple days break, and ever since he came back, he's been doing very well. I think he's only played 2 days, I believe, but good upswing for sure.
Yeah. Banned online poker and promotion of it too. That's why I play. Well, I'm kind of thinking of relocating, so I guess it's fine.
Do you have a place in mind already?
I was thinking Thailand.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of players play in Thailand. They legalize it now as well, right? I think poker.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like there was like a million poker players in Thailand, but it wasn't legal. So I guess like you couldn't, like probably don't play in public. The police would come and you'd get fined. But then now it's like all of a sudden.
The games weren't live; they were playing online. So
Yeah,
no
of
one
course.
cared.
Yeah. But still, it's like, like let's say you go to a cafe and you want to play like a table on your phone, like for a little bit. Like, yeah, obviously don't do that. It was like completely illegal there.
Yeah.
But like from one day to another, it's like, oh, no, it's legal. Same with I think they legalized weed there too.
India is going backwards.
Yeah.
I mean, they should have regulated it. Outright banning it is like, I don't know.
I think probably it's too difficult. Like they don't know anything about this, so they just see this as like a big problem, and they're screw it, just ban it. Like makes our life easy.
Exactly.
And also, if they would regulate it, the rake would be insane. Like that's what they did in a lot of countries, like in France, or like in many countries in Europe. They regulated it, but then they added like a ton of rake that goes directly to like the government, basically. So like
and the UK as well.
I don't know actually. I think it's like France, Spain, and Italy that maybe have this. France for sure, and then Germany eventually also added like the silliest rules. Like that's when they first added the thing in Germany, like they basically said you can only deposit like 1K or something or withdraw for a certain amount of time. So like all high stakes players, they were completely cooked. And then they added some tax in software, but it was added like very, very badly. At that time, I was playing like a little bit for fun, sometimes No Limit 100. And then basically the way it worked is that they automatically took a percentage. I forgot how much it was, maybe like 4.5%. But basically, I will play a normal No Limit 100 table, lose a couple hands, and then the table breaks. And then I close the table and it says, oh, you have $100. We take $4.50. And I was like, I didn't even win. What do you mean? So then they refined it a little bit over time. And then now it's like, I think the extra taxes, they're added into the rake. So Germans pay like more rake, which is kind of crazy. But
So India already had a tax on rake, which was 28%. So whatever rake you were paying, 28% of it went to the government. And India, they changed it. They changed the law, and they eventually started taxing the deposits. So if you deposit 100K in your account, you'll get like 78K. 22K would go to the government.
Oh my god!
The sites of wearing it, they obviously increased rate a lot.
Yeah.
Like the what was I saying? Yeah.
All right, get a plane ticket, brother. Let's get out of here.
The rate was like 14, 15 big blinds per 100 hands. Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
but it was thought, so it was still beatable, and we had like a pretty good rake back system.
Yeah.
So the sites were trying to grow the game, so their rewards were good, but yeah, there's also a tax on withdrawal as well, like 28% tax on deposit and 30% tax on withdrawal, and you have to pay surcharge on top as well. So a shit ton of taxes.
Yeah. I think when it's like that, like if you want to just be serious with it, it's just time to move pretty much. It's just too insane to have to put up with this.
Exactly.
How far is Thailand flight-wise for you if you were to move there?
I think 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, that's very easy.
Yeah.
Easy game. Yeah, I don't know why governments like mess stuff up like this. It's so stupid that also like, you know, in America, like with the stuff that happened now, like it's just segregated pools and stuff everywhere.
Yeah. So, what country do you live in? Austria?
Yeah, I live in Vienna in Austria.
So Austria has better regulations than Germany, I'm guessing.
Like Austria is like super easy on this stuff, basically. That's why a lot of players live there.
Okay, got it. So all the Germans have moved to Austria.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So in Europe, like it's easy to move countries. Is it easy?
Yeah, like if a country is part of the EU, it's almost the same as like it's like moving to just another city, you know?
Okay.
It doesn't really feel like you're moving country necessarily. You just like move there, you register, and then that's it. Like you just live there. Pretty easy.
Nice.
Yeah. Before I moved,
So it's like EU is like a country basically, and
yeah, almost, I guess, in a way. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Yeah. Sorry, 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
So how long the stream has been running for? An hour? Anyway, where are you from? Where I live in, but generally jump in between Mumbai and Pune. Well, I guess I can't tell you now, right?
All right, I'm back. Sorry. I don't know what's going on. It's almost midnight, and like there is like a construction crew outside making a lot of noise with like a machine. I have no idea what's going on. Like, how is this allowed? It's almost midnight. They have pretty tight like noise laws here, but yeah, no, it's happening somehow.
You can complain, I guess.
By the way, if there's another mid-stakes championship, we're gonna see you in there or what?
Yeah. If mistakes happen again, I'll obviously join, but this time I'll stick to non-anti games only. This is last time I won.
People say that. People say that.
Last time I won like 6.5 BB per 100 in the non-anti games, and I lost like a lot in anti because I've never played anti. Like it was like new to me.
Yeah,
totally new to me.
How much were you up initially?
I was up like 14K or something.
14K. Yeah, that's not
And
bad.
then I ended up with like 3 or 4K.
Yeah.
I lost like 20 blinds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all in 1 week as well.
There's a few players that had the opposite. Actually, I think one went soft flop. I believe it was him that said that he ended up doing pretty well in ante.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, the variance is also pretty high in ante, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, you have to play so loose, you have to 4-bet a lot, you have to, like, call. Like, if, let's say UTG min opens, you have to defend like 5-3 suited on button.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the ranges are so wide, and variance will play a huge role. So that's why I feel like if we are if we want to really choose have some hope of choosing great player, crowning a great player, the world championship, we should I feel avoid anti games because it will just increase variance.
I feel like they probably would do it the same way that they did last time, is my guess, but I don't know. Like if they do it again.
I mean, at least you can give an option to players. That would be great.
But so you should give this feedback. Like you should make.
It is happening in the high stakes, right? High stakes games, right? They have given an option.
I mean, they get. I think they talk to the players beforehand and they kind of try and figure out what the players want. But now I'm not sure the players would particularly want to skip the ante necessarily in mid stakes. But if that's your feedback, you should make sure you give it to Kaki and let him know so that he has an idea. Like maybe he could do a vote. Like who knows?
Last time it was very exhausting as well. Like I played so much. I was just playing and sleeping. That's what my schedule looked like.
How many hands did you end up the challenge with?
I think about 50K.
50K, okay, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but I play only 4 tables, so
yeah,
it took me a lot of time.
I saw an interesting hand. Do you want to review a hand?
Yeah, sure. That's why I'm here for.
All right. So we're gonna focus on one player's point of view. That's kind of like an interesting way we've been doing it on the stream. In this case, we have Biluzin in the big blind. He has pocket tens. And Derp opens the button 2.3x. I should.
Biluzin. Okay, Biluzin has pocket tens.
Yeah, Biluzin is Pedro Toledo, I believe. Yeah, he has pocket tens, 107 bigs. So it goes open on the button, 3-bet in a small blind. And with pocket tens here, is it... do you always called for in this setup? Or is it only just sometimes?
Almost always.
Okay.
I mean, if you're really deep, you can consider calling. But it's almost always a 4-bet. Yeah,
because I know Theory has no cold call here, I believe. It's only cold 4-bet or fold, pretty much. But tens feels like
Theory has some cold calls, but for simplification purposes, people generally just play cold 4-bet or fold.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, if you look at the real Theory, it has cold calls.
Okay, yeah, and also here it's different maybe too, because it's only 10K, no rake. So it could potentially be totally different.
So it will incentivize you to cold call more, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, makes sense. So yeah, he called 4-bets to 23 big blinds and button folds, but Gary in the small blind calls. And we head to 9-8-4, 2 diamonds, 1 heart. If you have pocket tens here, let me check the suits exactly, if I can. He has 10 of hearts, 10 of spades, so he has no diamonds. Is this a board you will typically continue on, and what are you thinking on this flop?
What I'm thinking is, I mean, he defends ace queen, king jack, ace jack stuff, right? So you need the SPR is almost 1.7, 1.8. So when SPR becomes this low, you need to protect your equities. So I will go like I will go like 30 to 50%, like in between those sides with tens. Yeah,
Wait, did
I'll
you
bet
say you're
like
gonna bet
almost
50%?
almost 30 to 50%. Yeah,
Okay, I was expecting
like
more
less.
like quarter, personally.
Yeah, but with tens, like I don't know, with tens are like size up a bit.
So then how do you construct the range then? It's like tens and what else that will do this?
Some flush draws or some ace king with a diamond. Some ace king with a diamond, some flush draws, some ace five. Yeah, that's how. Some ace five with backdoor. Let's say ace five of hearts. I'll go big, right? Because with ace five of hearts, you will clean your ace out as well, right? Let's say if it's Gary is calling something like ace ten or ace jack, right? With or ace queen. If you bet quarter, he's like incentivized to call almost always, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And when you bet half pot, like when you have like ace queen of spades here, right? You really hate your life, right?
Yeah.
Facing half pot. So ace five of hearts is like a really good hand to bet bigger. And I'll use small sizes with aces, kings, queens, and like rest of the hands.
Okay.
But with jacks and tens, I'll go a bit bigger.
Yeah. So let's see.
Hope that makes sense.
He goes for quarter. What did I tell you?
He's also playing like a simplified strategy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
He went for a quarter.
Gary calls, and then we get a 3 of spades on the turn. And so SPR is pretty much exactly 1.
Okay. I'm jamming here.
So he bets small again. He keeps 5K behind.
I guess what he's trying to do is like get called by ace queen a lot.
Yeah.
Ace queen he's targeting something like ace jack of hearts, ace ten of hearts. Ace jack, ace ten of hearts will fold now, right? But only ace queen will continue. And I'm assuming like Gary will check raise flush draws and flop as well. So he doesn't have a lot of flush draws in his range. Yeah.
And HDP in the chat asks, will you split on flop here? Interesting. I tend to have one side on flop and turn.
Actually, it's pretty easy to split sizes in a 4-bet pot. It's actually the easiest because the ranges are so narrow, right? You can literally count cards. So yeah.
So we get a call, and then 7 of hearts on the river. It is checked to him. I guess you just check back here, or like, would you ever bet this, even it's like small?
I mean, wow, he checked back. I guess, like, yeah, there's an argument for checking because sevens get there. He might not check raise nines and eights, and 8-7 get there as well. I think on a 7, you might consider checking it back. But like, if the river was 2, I would have shoved for sure.
Yeah, but there's not many worse hands that will call, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we get a check, and then Gary rivered a straight.
Oh, ready? Wow. Yeah, also Jack 10 also got there, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Jack
But he blocks that. He blocks that.
Yeah, Jack 10 and 5-6 both got there.
Do you think if Gary had jammed, like he let jam river, would Peterson be inclined to call? Because then it almost looks like a busted flush draw, or like, right? Like, it could be many things.
Yeah, with no diamonds, I guess we gotta have to call, right?
Yeah. I wonder how that hand looks like actually then in theory. With the 6-5
like
jam river.
with like for example, if you have like Jack 10 here, would you not check raise the flop? Like having a diamond feels kind of worse, right? Because Jack 10 of diamonds will definitely check raise. Yeah, not having a diamond is clearly better.
Okay. Jeff Green, we already talked a bunch about it. He's asking to ask you how it is playing poker in India. Not many pros from India. Well, he's thinking about moving, so.
Yeah, not been playing.
And then Mr. One When Soft Flop is going to be joining very soon as well to hang out. The champ from the mid stakes.
Nice.
Sorry?
Yeah. It will be nice to hang out with him. Where is he from? Russia?
Yeah, Russia. Oh, you didn't watch the Mechanics of Poker podcast with Wacko? He interviewed.
Yeah, I did watch, but I forgot all of it.
Wait, so you're telling me you heard him speak, but you don't know where he's from? Like the thickest Russian accent.
No, I mean, he could have moved countries, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that was a very nice episode. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. That was like one of the best analysis I've ever seen.
Good mix of players as well. I think the video is so well edited because I'm pretty sure, like now it's like question and then all of the players answer one by one. But I think the interviews were probably done individually. And then a video editor put all the answers back to back for it to run very smooth in the video. So I was super impressed, like from a piece of content standpoint. I think this was so well made.
Yeah. It was one of the highest production quality.
Yeah. Okay, I will invite One When Soft Flop. You have to press pick up the call in a second, okay?
Sure. So tell me, how do you find tools here and coin as compared to...
Wait. I remake the call first. Oh, no, okay. Go ahead. Answer that quick, and then I'll remake the call.
I feel like the pools are like relatively much tougher here. The games are on the nittier side. So it's like in India, like you could easily gotten like 5-6 VP per 100 win rate. Here it's like really tough.
All right, making the call now. Let's see.
What was his name? I forgot. Nikita, right?
Yeah. Okay, calling now. Hello, the champ is here. What's going on, Mr. One When Soft Flop 45? Hello.
Hi, champ. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Just finished playing my session. Yeah.
Where you've been playing? Hello?
Yeah?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, so I was asking Nikita, where was he playing?
Maybe he doesn't want to say.
Why?
So, yeah, one When Soft Flop then, since we haven't heard from you since the... Oh, he says don't have sound, actually.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Oh, I think, yeah, he wasn't hearing you. Yes.
Hello? Nikita, can you hear me?
No, he said he has no sound in the...
Hi. Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay, welcome back. Yes, so since the Mid-Stakes Championship, that was in June, and we're in November, so it's been quite a few months. I watched, actually, the Mechanics of Poker podcast, and that was super cool piece of content, very enlightening, like you shared a lot of your thoughts, but then what have you been up to since then, just back to the normal games that you usually were playing?
Yeah, just back to normal games. I play 1K mostly for the time being, but I've been studying a lot. I got quite motivated after the challenge to try to climb back the stakes.
So where are you playing? On GG?
No, I don't play GG. I play Winamax, Party, PokerStars, 8 Coin, iPoker.
Okay,
That's it, I
so
think.
all the site apart
Mix
from
of
GG.
things.
So you get enough action there on stars and
I
stars.
currently play only 4 tables, so I always have some action, and I
Okay.
don't select.
So like how are the games like on iPoker and so you play on ACR as well, right? I'm assuming.
No, ACR I don't play.
So apart from ACR and GG, you're playing almost all the sites: Party Poker, PokerStars,
Yeah,
and iPoker, right?
yeah. iPoker
On
not
Coin
so
as well.
much because lobby is annoying.
You're playing on Coin as well.
Um, Not that much, just because it's ante and all other sites are non-ante, so I kind of don't like to mix it.
Actually, so
Yeah.
I have some questions in relations to some of the stuff you mentioned on the Mechanics of Poker podcast. You mentioned that when the challenge was announced, you were already thinking, about like legitimately trying to win and like believing in your own skill and like in being able to do it. So with that in mind and how well you did, if there is another mid-stakes championship, and it does seem like there is a good chance there would be one, then should we expect you to be back with the same type of mindset and playing at that, or will you be aiming at playing the higher stakes in the meantime?
I assume they will make it at 1K, but even if it's 500, I will play, of course.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot. Kind of already start, I'm kind of always thinking like how I will approach stuff strategically.
And
It's interesting.
I think it was you that mentioned that you did well in the anti games, right?
Yeah, but I think like I think it varies for the most part.
I think you have to do well to
It's
in
a
anti games
it's
if you're winning, right?
hmm?
You have to do well if you won the championship. So you have to do well in anti games.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Rajat, he was up 28 binds, I believe, in normal tables, and then he played ante, and then he lost like the majority of it. He lost a lot of like what he was winning on normal tables. So I guess he was struggling a lot more. Obviously, a part could be variance, but what about
I
you?
was
Like,
losing a lot in red line and anti. I was winning. I was winning in red line in normal games, but I was losing in the red line.
yeah. So
I mean a lot of it is a variance. I think no one was preparing for the anti games, so everyone
Yeah,
was kind of going with the flow in these games. So
yeah,
I wouldn't draw many conclusions from that.
you
yeah. It
said
was
Just
mostly variance because the
play.
variance is pretty high in the anti games as well, right?
Yeah. Also, like if you not used to play a wide ranges, it's quite difficult to adjust. I
Yeah,
used to play quite a lot of heads up that helped a lot with anti games in a sense.
yeah. Do you think like your backgrounds and like all the experience that you have, like I don't know if you play maybe some MTTs too in the past, which obviously maybe would be a bit closer, like pre-flop wise. Do you think all of that might have helped you, or maybe your intuition was like the key to adapting well to ante?
No, I just think I was in a good flow during the challenge, kind of.
Yeah.
The feel of the pool was good. How guys perceive me spots.
So actually, now that you mentioned flow, I'm curious. Then, what is it? What is the daily grind flow for you like? You say you play 4 tables. I'm assuming it's normal tables, but like, do you make sure you put some cheery music as well in there? Do you limit your sessions to a certain amount of hours? Like, do you break away from that if the games are too good?
I usually play no longer than 3 hours at a time now.
Yeah.
And I play for tables just because I study a lot and I try to be very conscious about every decision. Kind of want to level up my game, not just clicking buttons on intuition how I used to do.
Okay. And you
Yeah,
what,
now I'm in the learning process, and once I feel comfortable, like I can increase table amount, but I doubt that I will do it because if my goal is to play higher, it's if the goal is to play higher, I think the low table approach is much better.
yeah.
There are not many games anyway at high stakes, so it's better just to train yourself to play every decision to the max, I think. And I enjoy it so far.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, just the volume is frustrating.
Yeah. It seems slow a little bit sometimes, right? If you play only 4 tables.
I mean, I played less hands since the challenge than during the challenge. Like I think I played like 70,000 hands since the challenge.
Yeah, but during the challenge, you were like playing the most insane hours. That's not really the standard, right? That you want to follow.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. But next challenge I will do the same. I will put a lot of hours. I think it's a better approach.
How's that Rolex?
It's the mistakes now.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice.
You wear it?
I love it. I don't have, I don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So it kind of sitting on my shelf.
Okay.
The only place I go is jiu-jitsu training, and that's it. Besides that, I have 2 kids, so it's usually like some time with family on weekends.
Yeah. Actually, it's so like I heard you talk about jiu-jitsu as well on the podcast, and then it makes sense that you had the Craig Jones avatar. I'm curious about jiu-jitsu in that the humbling experience that it is, because I trained also in the past, and it's the most humbling thing in the world, in my opinion, that I've ever done. It's like a person half my size completely destroyed me when I started out. They just took the sides, then they got mount, and I was like, what am I, like, how is this possible? You know, this person is so much smaller than me, like half my height and half my weight, but just through technique. So I'm sure you had some similar experience where like you train jiu-jitsu and it's very humbling. You have to lose a lot in jiu-jitsu, kind of like poker. So I'm curious if that aspect helped you maybe in poker as well.
I find them very similar in this regards. And yeah, you said it. It's kind of the best feeling when you half the size of someone and you can control them.
Yeah.
And I'm a small guy, so it's usually it's a struggle.
Yeah, it's good, like for self-defense for sure.
Yeah, I guess it gives you some confidence.
I wonder how many poker players actually do jiu-jitsu. I kind of feel like this might not be the sport necessarily that they will gravitate to. We know like all of them play like paddle or pickleball, but as far as jiu-jitsu goes, I
think a lot of poker guys try MMA at least. I also tried it for a month or 2.
Okay.
Jiu-jitsu. Yeah. But the thing is, I relocated from that city, so like the city where I live in now, they have no jiu-jitsu in here. So.
Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from India.
Okay. Yeah, it's very small scene there.
Yeah.
And HDP in the chat has a question for you guys. How did you guys study during the challenge? Did you change much in your strategy off tables, or did you just make adjustments on tables?
I didn't study during the challenge. Just replay hands in the evening to remember which showdowns I showed to the guys and what they showed to me. So just kind of get a feel of the flow better.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's like you should study in advance.
And you, Rajat?
So I actually did study a lot during
For
the
anti?
challenge. I was no, not for anti, but
Yeah.
I mean I was trying to study anti games, but like the thing is, the time was so less. Like I couldn't study a lot. So
you just
Yeah.
like you ended up adapting a lot at the table, or you feel like it's too late by the time you're at the table? Like obviously you have to make adjustments depending on like the
it
showdowns
was
you
actually
see.
too late. I felt like it was too late.
Okay, makes
Yeah.
sense. And
So it's kind of hard to navigate an anti as well, right? There's some guys who might like overbluff. There's the chances of you getting overbluffed increases a lot in antis, right? Because everyone is supposed to be playing like so wide, right? So they end up having a lot more combinations to choose from, right?
but it's still balanced, supposedly, or it
No,
should be, right?
Yeah. It
I mean it
depends
should
if
be balanced, but
I think it depends if they're aware of the range. So sometimes they kind of open wide, but then approach spots like they used to in normal games, and yeah,
if you like if someone like min opens button, right, the game essentially become a heads up game.
kind of. Yeah, almost, yeah. Not really though, because you still will have a wider range on BB than on a button, and then heads up. The range on BB is
If
stronger
someone min opens,
than on
if
button.
someone like let's say 2.2x as a min opens, right, you have to like defend like almost everything. Like you kind of have to defend like 70-80% of your range in antis, in 20% antis, like what we had.
Yeah, right. But the
So
button opens
yeah,
more
button
narrow.
opens like normal. Yeah, so it's basically you're playing with a super wide range, but the in position player has like a tighter range than heads up.
Yeah.
And HDP in the chat asked, do you think the win rate you got during the challenge is sustainable, or is it just the rake-free nature and variance in it? I mean, in challenge, you played a few tough regs, but normally the tables will be relatively softer.
The win rate I got was 2 PP per 100, so I guess it is.
I think the question was for the winner of the challenge, brother.
I don't think it was my real win rate during the challenge. I definitely ran hotter. But I think you can have such a win rate in that pool. I think my win rate maybe was like 5-6 BB, like would be my guess.
So, do you like what win rate like do you have like on stars and party? You
It mistakes. I have 5-6. At 1K, it's about 3-4. I estimated.
I feel like Rajat always joins the stream to scout for the games. He's always asking questions. Like, should I play there? Like, how is there a lot of fish? Like, do you recommend a play? But he doesn't directly ask the question. He's like, what win rate can you get there? It's so funny. Like tomorrow, if you tell him exactly where you're playing, there is a good game. I guarantee you tomorrow you see him join your table. So sick. Like it's not so subtle, man. Oh.
The games I play, they usually not like that stuff. So
So I couldn't hear you. The games you play?
the games I play, they usually not that soft. Like
Okay.
I think half my volume is without fish.
Okay.
And you mentioned that after the championship you were pretty motivated and you've been studying. Is that nowadays you study mostly on your own, or you feel it's still important to mix in studies with somebody else and like bounce ideas off of each other?
Yeah, I study with some people
Okay.
nowadays. Yeah, it's definitely helps. Alone, it's easy to get lost, and it's harder to get yourself accountable. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about stuff like coaching then? Is that something that you feel could benefit you and that you do sometimes or think about doing, or you feel like the approach of just studying with somebody else is sufficient and kind of warrants the same results improvement wise?
Depends, I guess. I guess it depends where you're at the point of a career.
Yeah, I mean you specifically. Is getting coaching from somebody something like you've thought about, or?
Yeah. It might be. It's not a big market for stakes I play.
Yeah, there's probably very
But
few
yeah,
players
we'll
that could
see.
coach you effectively, and they would probably cost insane amount of money too.
Yeah. It's balance. Like it should be beneficial for both parties. So
Yeah. And we got Hajib in the chat. What's up? Jeff Green asked, Kiss My Ace, can I add you on Discord? And Sebastien asked, can he share a screen name on Star so I can rail him? I mean, it's if somebody wants to share the screen name, they can, but I kind of feel like this type of questions, grilling about the other games and like nicknames and stars and stuff. Yeah, it's really up to the players.
they ask to share my star's screen name.
Yeah.
It's Mosh Machine. I don't hide it.
All right, there you go. HDP has question.
What's up with I'm sure you asked this question. What's up with PokerStrategy? It's the site where I kind of started to play poker in 2009. I got the 50 bucks, 50 free bankroll of $50, and I achieved like a high status at their site. It was a black member back in the days. They threw some cool patches for the people, but
Wait, so
later.
you started with a $50 bankroll and then you never added money? You just like build that into more money?
No, I lost this $50 and I deposited my 200, my own 200, and yeah, that was it.
Okay. I mean, I can't share everything. I'm not even sure exactly what I can say, but yeah, they are partnering with the Cash Game World Championship of Coin Poker, and that's where the leaderboard is hosted. And there is more stuff to come. There is going to be an extra reward for the person that plays closest to theory, I believe, after all the hands are played. So things like this, like extra prize for this, I think it's like 10K. And then there is another thing. Sorry?
A bind, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly, for that, like a kind
So
of
the
like
one who loses least against the GTO, what you mean?
no, the person that played the closest to theory, I believe.
Is it like uploading the database to GTOVs and who has the
So how
highest
would you know?
score?
Like,
Yeah, like nowadays you can add all the hands to be looked at like in that thing in that way.
Okay.
So yeah, there will be something like this, and then like some other stuff that I don't think I can talk about yet, but hopefully we'll be able to start talking more about later. But it's pretty cool to have them there for sure, and like they're doing coverage as well, like posting the VODs daily with some description, doing some social media posts. Yeah, they've been around for a long time.
Nice.
A lot of players actually told me that they started with that $50, the free bankroll $50. Whatever happened to that? Like, we need to bring that back.
Yeah, there were much more money in affiliate business, I guess, at that time, because they used to throw like crazy parties for people who rake them a lot, like
Yeah,
they organized like 5 days travels and stuff.
yeah.
Completely paid off. Like, it was cool.
I feel like if they did that today, probably a lot of people would abuse, like make a ton of accounts and stuff. It would be very hard to stop. But then again, I don't really know, but it's like the first thing that comes to my mind.
It was the same thing back in the day. Like,
Oh, it was? Okay.
yeah. Just get your parents' passport and get another $50.
HDP asks, question for Rajat. How did you go about studying in India? I mean, access to coaching and all seems pretty difficult. And also the players here think a bit differently.
Yeah. So, like everyone, I used Pio mostly. Yeah, and I studied on my own a lot. So yeah, I did get coaching. I did get the Wacko Rene, right, to coach me
Yeah.
for a bit. I took like 5 or 6 sessions from him. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, I think coaching is like, personally, I feel like it's helped me so much these days. I've gotten like the most coaching ever. I'm doing a lot of hours here and there. It's helped me tremendously for sure. So I will definitely keep on that route.
What you playing?
I play no limit 50 these days, but actually we had a player called Floody Mary. I think he plays maybe also, you might have played with him in the past. He recommended me when he came on stream. He said I should shot take above because the regs usually are not that much better, and like sometimes it can just work out, like do like a 5 buy-in shot take above, because I told him I have like easily enough bankroll for no limit 50. It's more the confidence that I lacked, because I don't really have like a real win rate. It's like I break even or I lose a little bit, but because of rake back and promos, then I win a little bit. But he was like, yeah, if you're waiting to get like a win rake pre rake back, like that's never gonna happen because the rake is so high. So yeah, I listened to him, and then I played a little bit yesterday and I won.
So you play on GG?
Yeah, like a little bit. I've played also a little bit on coin in the past. I kind of go back and forth. Yeah.
Okay, so GG, do you play rush or normal tables?
So for the longest time, I played fast tables, but now everybody who's come on the stream keeps telling me stop playing fast tables. So now I started to listen, and like my last few sessions, I've been on normal tables, and it's very hard initially. I was like, oh my god, like this is so slow. Yeah, it's so slow. But then you get used to it, I think, and then you see so many more hands, and it's a more interesting dynamic because you look at other hands that you're not in, right? Which like that's the real poker, which is not like happening in the fast tables, and you pick up on trends from players.
Yeah, exactly.
Why do you play on GG? I think at low stakes it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I think
because of the rake, like you can just choose a site with the lowest rake and play there, like on stars.
Yeah, I think I'm just like used to it. Like I said, I also play on coin sometimes. That's like where most of my role is, and just used to it. Like because I don't play professionally or anything. I only play sometimes, so I haven't really put that much thought into it. But yeah, we'll see. Like now that I'm starting to play a bit more and getting coaching, like I'm not the full-time player or anything.
I think at low stakes you should really focus on finding the lowest rake site because it's kind of low stakes, is a rake trap.
Yeah.
It's hard to escape.
Yeah.
Actually, on GG, it's actually
And
better. GG,
in the field, I think the same everywhere. It just stakes.
I think on GG every stake has the same rake, right? On Russian cash, right?
Honestly, personally, I don't even know. I just play. I don't really ask myself too many questions.
It is 3 big blind cap. Like even if you play like 5 NL, it is 3 big blinds cap.
Yeah. I just try to. I kind of see it as like I'm just trying to improve personally. That's also why I don't mind being at no limit 50 for a long time, because I really want to improve. I don't care about like rushing to play
But
bigger
the thing
stakes or
is,
whatever.
like, if you want to improve, you have to like move up, because like what improves you the most is like, you know, your opponents. So they at 50 NL, they won't put you in any spot.
Yeah. Okay.
Like the games are extremely nitty. Like from what I've played, I was playing like 200 NL on GG, right?
Yeah.
And I broke even in like 100K hands pre-rake back. So from my experience, the games were like extremely nitty.
Yeah. That's how it is for sure.
So and when I played 2-5, the games were like a lot better. Like people were like, you know, putting me in spots and stuff. Yeah, and people were playing like much more competitively than like on Russian Cash 200.
Yeah, but knowing how to beat nits is also something that maybe you're meant to be able to discover and apply, right? Just because people play closer to real theory in higher stakes, does it mean that like that's where you should aim to go to? Because like let's say you do that and you play with them, and then one day you have to play with a nit again. Maybe you don't really know necessarily how to deal with them. I mean, obviously you overfold, but that's like a huge generalization.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's kind of true for nets, right? You overfold, and it's pretty easy. It's just a mindset shift, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll love to hear your thoughts, Nikita.
About playing nits?
Yeah.
About moving up, like he's saying you should want to move up. Because I said I don't mind playing no limit 50 for a long time because that's where I improve. So even if I play that for like 1 year, as long as I improve consistently.
I think it also could be hard to see improvements in terms of win rate because it all goes to rake on GG. And I mean, it can be frustrating for you because of it. Like, you improve, but like everything goes to rake.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very hard to beat it there. Yeah, I would just try some other side.
So if somebody's playing no limit 50 or 25, let's say, what do you think is like a solid stake for them to try and reach as soon as possible so that they can kind of like establish themselves and play that for a longer time where the rake will be more affordable and they can really focus on improving and building a better win rate?
100 NL, I would assume.
100? Okay.
To 200.
Okay. I was worried you're going to say like 500. I'm like, come on, man. It's literally 10 times bigger.
Yeah, but you can just have an aggressive approach with shots and very strict moving down rules. Like, I think it's beneficial to be aggressive with bankroll management until you reach 200 ML at least.
But still shot taking carefully, right? Like if you move up aggressively and you lose a couple binds, then you move back down, I assume.
Yeah. Kind of, if you have 30 binds, just invest 5 binds, and if you lose them, move down, regain, win 10 binds, and then go back.
Okay.
Kind of this approach.
Yeah.
I would do if I was climbing up the stakes from low.
I think I'm going to try that for sure. especially because I think at 50 now, I have a little bit of a win rate, I'd say. So I'm confident, like, even if I lose a couple binds at 100, I could get, I would be able to get that back. Just gonna catch up a bit with the chat. We always have HTP asking some personal questions that maybe could help him. And he asked, let me see. He said, at what stakes would you suggest to get coaching, especially theory implementation? I currently have studied a Yuri course on cash game exploits and Saulo Costa course on GTO blueprints, and low stake one to study theory effectively, but I still don't seem to fill in the gaps in study and its implementation on tables. Maybe Nikita, you want to take this?
Like, I don't have much experience on taking coaching. I was moving up through the stakes always on my own, so I actually have no idea how is it to work with someone.
It's the wrong cast to ask this question. We got two lone wolves on the call that studied on their own. Yeah, I do feel like, to be honest, like there is some coach that are like very affordable. So from my own point of view, even though you said you played only 25 or 50, if you have questions, then you should definitely get one of those coaches that's not too expensive and that can do a database review for you, with you, and answer your questions for 1 hour. That would be like massively beneficial. You don't have to do a ton of hours. Even just 1 hour will help you a lot, I think.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, maybe we can review some hands. There is, I think, actually 4 show tables running. That's like never happens so far. So plenty of hands to look from. Let's pay a bit of. I'll pay a bit of attention for some time, and then we can see. There's something good to bring up.
Yeah, it's a lot of action. I was worried that it will be a smaller pool than last year, but it's the opposite.
Yeah,
It's
you
cool.
know there is way more players, by the way.
Yeah, a lot of different names whom I don't know.
Do you know how many players there are total compared to last time, if you had to guess?
I saw the leaderboard. It's at least twice as more.
Yeah, that's a great guess, actually. I think it's pretty much exactly twice, or like very close to it. The first one at 43 unique entrants. And this one, the last time I checked, and again, we're just past the midway point here. It's day 15 of 28. It had 82. So we're closing in on that,
nice.
doubling the number of entrants, which is pretty cool. I mean, obviously, not everybody played a lot of tables, a lot of hands. I think one guy played one single hand. This guy called Doge 3S. He paid his big blind, he called a raise, and then he folded at some point, and then he lost $226. And that was his experience in this. That's it.
Maybe he misclicked.
I hope not.
Yeah, I guess.
He didn't want to join. He wanted to join 100 and he got like seated to.
There was a wrong digit in there.
What?
There was a wrong digit in there. Wait, when you click on the empty seat, you still have to confirm your bind, right? I think you have to press OK. Yeah, no. If you go to one of the tables and there is an empty seat and you click on the empty seat,
I think there's a auto buy-in option.
Oh my god! Yeah, okay, that's. Luckily, I don't have 10K on my account because that might have happened to me like many times otherwise. And somebody in chat, by the way, in game, asked, "Hey Rajat, how do I get in touch with you? I'm a player from India and the band messed me up."
I mean,
your people need you, Rajat. Your people need you. You can tell him no. You can tell him yes.
The thing is, I'm not looking to get in touch with anyone right now.
Yeah.
because the government has banned, right? So
Yeah. Okay, Promortalis,
has,
you're on your own, brother.
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
What did they? How did they ban it? What happened? I don't know.
The government of India put a blanket ban on online money games in India.
Okay. So you can only play like kind of ACR and coin, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
HTTP asks, another way to ask it, is it even necessary to get coaching till you get to No Limit 100? Well, we have 2 players on the call that's studying on their own, obviously it's not
necessary, but
it can
yeah,
help.
it can help. You can try it, see if it helps you.
Especially if you have specific questions, which HDP seem to have. He seems very curious. He's asking a lot of questions daily on the stream, but he seemed to say he has questions after watching some of the courses out there. So I think it'd be super beneficial. Ooh, derp with a big jam.
Let's review some hands, man.
Yeah, okay. I pulled up this one here. See what happens.
Yes, it was check raise bad bet.
I'll bring it up in the replayer.
Today I jammed in a similar spot and I got called by nuts. Okay, he has the nuts.
Oh, he defended big blind. Okay. So it's single raise spot, big blind against button. And how come, isn't this more of a check raise here? How does it work? I thought that most of the
I
not
will
flush
check
draws.
raise it for sure. I mean, I'll check raise. I have simplified my game. I'll check raise like wheel aces a lot. And the higher aces I tend to call.
Okay.
Yeah, when I have like ace 2, ace 3 of spades, ace 5 of spades, I'll check raise it almost always.
I wouldn't mix it here. It's just nice to have this hand as a check call, check jam on 3-5 turn, something like that. But
Yeah,
no, you
yeah.
don't want to. You don't want to check jam it. Yeah, I would just mix. Not check jam turn is a bad idea. It's not flush draw.
By the way, sorry, but real quick, Promotali said, Rajat, I'm not a government official. I just want to get in touch. I just want to casually talk to a fellow Indian poker player, help a brother out. I don't want free coaching or money or anything, just want to connect.
Okay.
Oh my God. I thought actually,
But the thing is, I don't want to reveal my identity here.
you know, I misread. At first, I thought he said, I'm a government official. So I was like, what? Oh my God. So derp hits everything on the turn. Not flush. He's losing to Jack 10 of spades, of course. But yeah, can't be thinking of that too much. Llama continues big. And he check raise is kind of small. It's not really a must, is it, to do this? Or like, would you want to build a pot?
No, it's not small. I think it's okay size.
Yeah. Do you expect this to be the main line here if you have a flush or a nut flush in particular? And then how do you balance that range? Like, would a straight also check raise there? What about a set?
You can't check raise straights here, but and you don't really have sets. You check raise almost all your fours on flop. So you kind of balancing it with flushes and flush blocker. Type of hand you float flop with something like ace 5 with ace of spades, and you can put it in this line and mix those two.
So when you check raise here, you're only repping a flush pretty much?
Yeah.
So then where do the bluffs come from?
The ace of spades.
which you float on flop.
Okay.
Actually, you have to check raise some two pairs as well, because you want to have bluffs when like a spade comes on the river, right? But if you only check raise like ace of spades, right? Like you won't have any bluffs.
Yeah. Something like Queen 9.
Yeah, something like Queen 9. You want to check raise here
Okay.
as well. Unblocking folds. You want to unblock king, right? When you have when you're bluffing here.
Okay. So Llama does go for the call, and then Jack of clubs, river, and SPR is 1.5, and he just jams. So I guess that's in line with if he just had the ace of spades, he would do this as well.
Yeah.
But then, so what's ace of spades with another card calls on the flop? Because oh no, it was small bet. Okay, so any well, actually, there is lesser aces than that, right? Because it's big blind against button, so he's flatting like some lower offsuited aces, I assume.
Yeah, he check raises some of them check calls.
How do you decide which one you check raise?
Usually the lower ones.
Yeah.
Like S5,
Because
S3.
yeah. Go ahead, Nikita.
How about ace of spades, 9 of hearts?
I mean, you can mix it in there, but primarily like lower ace x check raise more because you want to fold him out of better ace x. Let's say if he has like T Lama has a hand like ace jack, right?
Yeah.
Or ace 10. If you check raise like let's say ace 5 with ace of spades here, right? You'll make like some better hands to fold.
Okay. Yeah, no, makes sense.
You'll make some better hands fold, right?
Yeah.
You'll make him fold like ace jack, ace 10 and stuff. So yeah, that's why lower ace of spades check raise more.
All right. Yeah, no, that was good. And the guy's following up, by the way, on the chat. He said, "Open the door." I'm with the SWAT team outside. No, just kidding. He said, "You got a Discord or something that would protect your identity, and I could DM you." You shouldn't use this chat to communicate the promoter list. It's better to chat on Twitch or YouTube, probably. Easier to see because like here it's like really small.
Yeah.
And Evo Manzanas asked where to see leaderboards. So to see the leaderboard, you go to PokerStrategy.com/news, and there is quite a few news about the high stakes championship. You click on it, and then you will get a link towards the leaderboards. I do bring it up on the stream a whole bunch of times as well throughout the stream.
Jan, I have a question for you. You had many guests so far. I can't watch all the streams. Which one would you recommend to watch?
Oof, there's so many. I mean, you're looking more to hear interesting perspective on like strategy or more like funny content or?
Yeah, I guess both. Like what stick to in your head? Which conversations maybe?
So we had Derp, aka Seifold, on, and I thought that was very interesting. That was on the 14th. Sorry, on the November 22nd. That's stream number 14, November 22nd. So 2-3 days ago.
Okay.
Day 13, technically. Yeah, and he was on there for a while. I thought that was super interesting to hear from this guy. We had Prodigy on a bunch of times, but I'm sure you already know like how well he's able to talk. And on the 20th, we had Petar Knop on. I'm sure you're well acquainted with who he is. And we had Doblu also, a Brazilian player that moved to America. And yeah, hearing from both of them I thought was really cool. Maybe it's like, I kind of like hearing from people the first time, so I'm kind of singling those out. November 18th, we had Art Papazian, who also played in the challenge as Fold or Die Trying.
Oh, okay. What he's normally playing?
Yeah. Early in the challenge.
What does he normally play?
I think he plays like probably like in some live private games. I assume probably not as much online. But he's one of those guys that's known to play like pretty high stakes. We had the Waco on already one time. I always recommend Waco, of course.
Yeah, sure.
Ben Abadbit also came on. That was on the 15th, 10 days ago.
I haven't talked to the Waco in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like when next time he joins, like let me know. I'll join as well.
Okay. I'll do that. But first, are you gonna answer the guy in the chat who's fighting for his life?
Wow, Rajat doesn't give us shit. I think I love the streams so much. Well, I'm sorry, man. It's not me. It's the government you should blame.
What do you mean? He is the government. Yeah, but Promotelist, I think you understand how, yeah, obviously people want to play it safe. If you don't know someone,
Yeah.
might as well. I'd be paranoid. I'd be like living in a cabin in the woods, away from everyone for sure, if that was like this. HGB said, I thought the Derp Prodigy Johan stream was cool. The longest one was also pretty cool. Yeah, honestly, there were lots. Yeah, the Hierophant and Sherry. I kind of feel like for Nikita, though, is probably looking more for like some of the higher stakes guys speaking. So with that in mind, I mentioned more of the higher stakes guys.
So, Johan, can you like put in my Discord name on the chat?
What?
For promoter list? For promoter list.
You want to give him your Discord?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, God. If you message me like in 3 months that you're in jail, I'm going to feel guilty. That's my fault.
I mean, but the thing is, it will be for everyone to see, right? So I guess I should avoid it, right?
Maybe he should share his contact. That's the safer way to do it. Then everybody sees it.
Exactly.
And then if you imprison Rajat, I will find you.
Yeah, he should share the Discord name and I'll ping him.
Let's see now. Let's see. Oh my God.
That was a great idea, by the way, Johan.
Yeah, of course. I got your back, man. I got your back.
So Nikita, so do you have like how often do you study right now? Like
How often what?
Yeah.
How often do you study?
Every day.
Every day for 2-3 hours, or like
Yeah, kind of 2-3 hours every day.
What's
so do you have a group, or like you do it on your own? Do you have a group, or you do it on your own?
Yeah, I have a group currently.
What do you feel is like the best routine for you to study? Is it before or after grind? I'm actually curious. Like, I feel like I should ask more players. I have a hard time figuring it out. Like, should I play in the morning, like kind of shortly after you wake up? Because some people are like very sharp at that time, or like wait until later, like after the gym, and study before or after. I also have a really hard time figuring out. So curious what your exact routine is like throughout the day.
I try to study first thing in the morning for 2 hours, and if I have another study session, it will be basically just hand reviews.
Okay.
Because after playing it, like brain is kind of cooked, so something easier.
Here you go, Rajat. The Police is Discord.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Godspeed, sir.
I'll send him a request.
You guys gotta stick together. You are being oppressed by your government, dude.
So
All right, let's try and catch some more hands. See what we can get. 3-bet
Nikita,
pots.
would you mind like I'd love to do a session with you sometime, like a hand review session or maybe a theory session.
Yeah, you can message me.
So we can connect. So you study every day, right? So it would be easier.
Yeah.
I'd love to get your thoughts and stuff.
Is that? Oh, I guess like okay, I know it is kind of like a min click, right? We just saw. We call it 3-bets. Check raise on 10-8-3. Deuce on the turn.
I think I would have gone a bit bigger with the check raise.
Doesn't like like now it kind of feels like a geo in a way, right? Like if you check min click, there is a whole strategy about that. I think that was explained a bunch of times. I see like now he bets half, and then on the river, it would just kind of like be easy jam. Okay,
But I think is like when you're supposed to like raise min raise, usually those spots are when you're in position yourself.
okay.
When you're out of position, like you kind of want to reduce the SPR.
Yeah. Nikita, do you have any thoughts on this?
Sorry, I skipped the action.
It's
It's MP versus UTG versus button, right?
yeah, low jack versus button,
3-bet pot.
and then he checks min click on the 10 high flop.
It's a little bit bigger. I think it's okay size.
Is this a line kind of specific to high stakes, or what's going on? I feel like we've been seeing more and more of this. And then Rajat mentioned he thought that the min click is more of an in position played, more so than out of position, usually, for him at least.
I guess he just wants to make poker cards indifferent.
Yeah.
Put them in a tough spot.
Yeah, exploitatively it might be better.
And he can mix it with some thin value hands, merge hands. And on turn, I guess, can continue this whole range.
And when I see those hands, I'm like, what is going on here? If I do this in my pool, I'm 100% getting called down by kings and aces, and the guy is like going to be like, he's going to be tagging me as a whale. This is crazy.
Yeah, I would guess he wants to deny equity from our cards.
Yeah. Hajeb asked.
Full line.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I just think it's an interesting line.
Yeah. Hajeb in the chat asked, we often hear discussions about the differences between the European and American schools of poker. What are the most distinctive characteristics of the Russian school of poker?
Sure. I heard that Russians are very spewy from people. So I guess it's kind of a characteristic. The very fighty and like to max exploit.
I think Russians in low stakes, I see them as very aggressive, like some of the most aggressive players.
Yeah, I guess.
Rajat, what's your experience with Russian players?
I think it's kind of similar with American players in that sense.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because I think they are more aggressive as well.
Yeah, from what I've seen, like usually they're more on aggressive sides, right? I haven't played with them a lot because I used to play in India, right? So,
Yeah.
but from my experience, they're on they're mostly on the aggressive side.
But you grinded a lot online at some point, right? Like 500 and stuff.
Oh, I played like Rimesh 100K hands, and I played in this challenge. That's my whole volume.
Wait, I
Apart from
thought
India.
that before that, long time ago, you mentioned that you played a lot online, like at these stakes too.
I must have meant in India.
Okay. Oh, but you mean in India online?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because no, I was understanding live for a second. Okay.
No, the games were like much softer in India. Like 1K NL, I think 100 NL is, I won't say it. The regs are definitely tough, but there were plenty of fishes.
Yeah. I mean, I
But
would
yeah.
assume, yeah, like most live games everywhere for lower stakes, like it's obviously very soft. I've never heard of like one country or one place where suddenly like it's much stronger.
Yeah.
I can name you a country which is more strong.
Really?
It's always it's always used to be Belarus. Even back in the day, where there was a site, Poker Table Ratings, and you can sort winnings by a country. They were the only country which is net positive.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Belarusians have the reputation of being a little bit on the nittier side, kind of like the opposite of the Russian players. No.
But I think it's same.
Yeah, I
Same
think
people.
in the lower stakes, that's how it is. Like if a Belarusian, goes all in on the river,
Yeah.
you can just fold range. Like you're just dead. You're drawing dead.
Okay, yeah, you know better.
Hummingbird in the mix, by the way. We still don't know who it is. So then, what's the roadmap like for you, Nikita, as far as playing high stakes again? Do you have a clear idea what you want to shot take and what timeline you're looking at, and like eventually what kind of game? Is there one game you have your eyes set on, or it's just like kind of like high stakes in general?
Just in general, first I want to have a consistent result at 1K, 2K
Okay.
without table selection, and then decide. Because I guess things will change. Nowadays, it's not very much high stakes action
Yeah.
online, at least as far as I know.
So next year we could see you in this challenge.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. What about you, Rajat? Are we going to see you in this? One
Yeah,
buy-in
yeah,
shot
for sure.
take?
Oh, in the high stakes challenge? No.
Yeah.
Not in the high stakes.
Come
I
on,
meant in the
man.
mid stakes.
After
Man,
you
I'm
cut
not
a deal with the
interested.
feds.
I wish I had the bankroll. I would have loved to play this, but I don't have the bank.
Yeah. It's pretty expensive, that's for sure.
I think you need at least like 2 million bankroll to play this.
I mean, to play it long term and a lot of hands, but I'm sure there is some players they also like usually they play other games and then they give themselves like 5 to 10, maybe 20 buy-ins to shot take this, and then if they lose it, then they stop.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
start taking, you need at least 20 vines, right? Because 20 vine swing is so normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so, like for example, for a person like myself, I would kind of I think of it more like a present to myself, just like get, for example, 100K and just play for fun. And if it goes, it goes.
That's a hell of a present, man. 100K.
Yeah, I mean,
you've been a good boy, I guess, because Santa Nikita is giving himself some sick gift.
I'm not in the challenge, so
Yeah, just hypothetical.
need to work better. Then I can afford maybe such present.
Yeah. Do you think if Coin does the mid stake again, you're good with? Do you guys both think 500 is kind of like the sweet spot, or should they do anything different, and should it be a different stake? You think?
I would prefer to play 510.
Okay. Rajat?
I'm comfortable with whatever. Yeah.
No, we're talking about the no limit 500 or.
Yeah, like I don't mind playing either.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if they have like two of them, maybe 500 is better because it attracts way more players, like from lower stakes people from 200, even 200 can shot it and try it out.
Yeah.
What happened
in
the
that
last
sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
500.
Yeah.
Like you'll get like a lot more traffic when the challenge is 500.
Yeah, way more traffic. I like the idea, which was on Discord, to have it like low stakes, mid stakes, and high stakes, and make it like 100 NL, 1000 NL, and 10K NL, like 10x.
It starts to be a lot,
Which is
though.
nice.
Then no limit 25 players are going to be like, hey, what about our championship? And then no limit 2 players are going to be like, hey, let's go. And then like Prodigy is going to hop into the mix and like go all in every hand in the no limit 2 championship and boost someone. I think we start getting wild for sure. Okay, so we're just talking about bankroll actually and how much somebody should have to play this, and we have Matt Marinelli here just played a big hand. So going into this, he's down 21 binds in actual results, but in EV 18 binds. And he just played a very big hand with Davey. Like, I mean, when you see this, right? Like he's down 210K almost. You have to wonder how much money does he really have on his account, right? Because you need to have a whole bunch to be. He would have had to have like half a million here to still have a bunch behind, right?
He lost the most in last challenge as well, right?
One of the most, but not the most. Yeah, Lama was actually in last position. Actually,
Okay.
I can bring it up real quick so we can see. So
he's like on a 40 bind downswing.
He was bottom six players, and he lost. Oh, in EV he was minus 131, but he actually ran 6 binds above EV, so he really only lost 70K last time, which is
okay.
Still decently sizable. And then so now in these hands, he's on the big blind. Davey, it's 200 big blinds deep. Davey's on the button. Marinelli defends the big blind. 10-4 deuce rainbow. He checks. We get 220, so it's like what, 40%. He check raises, and Davey does the special 3 bets on top. Not quite a click, a bit more. 1900 total.
Because they're deeper, right?
Yeah, there are 200 big blinds deep, yeah.
But it isn't a lot. Like the difference isn't a lot.
Yeah. And we get a call 5 on the turn. So I guess ace 3 would have gotten there as far as straights go. Check. And Davey bets 75%, which would leave him. Wait. Oh, they still. Okay. So it would be. There would be a bit more than SPR1, yeah.
Okay.
And then Marinelli calls. 9 of spades on the river. He checks, and we get a jam for effective. It's 15k into 10k, almost 11k. And then Marinelli decided he didn't believe, but unfortunately he runs into a set of 4s, and then we saw that actually it said like waiting for rebuy, and then he left the table. So maybe, needs to re-add money on the account because end of the bankroll, as we were just talking about.
It's quite the same jam, I guess.
With 4s?
Yeah.
And what? So like 4s?
Yeah, big blind has all ace 3 off combos and some 6-3, so it's like around 10, 12 combos of straights. And what he will call down you with.
So, what will you do with like 4s here on the river? Would you check it back?
Was it overbet jam? What is the pot size on the river?
Yeah, so on river,
Yeah.
there is 11k and he jumps 15k effective.
Yeah.
So you'll bet like 67%, 2/3 pots, something like that.
I'm curious.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm curious about the ace 10 here. Like this seems to me as an inexperienced player, 200 big blinds deep to stack off here with top pair, top kicker for 400 big blind pots. It seems a bit wild, but usually, whenever I think this, I ask you guys and you tell me, no, like in theory, this is there and like there's all these hands that are worse that are going to be in trouble. But here, essentially, he's bluff catching. Like he check raises flop, top pair, top kicker, okay, but then he gets clicked and then he's bluff catching for the rest of the hands. So what do you guys thought from the ace 10 offsuit standpoint here?
I would have folded. But how?
Great insights, thank you.
No, what I was telling is, I feel like we like Nikita mentioned, right? We have a lot of straights here. We have sets, deuces and 4s, and we sometimes have a hand like 10-5 or 4-5 in there as well, right? And if like from Davy's shoes, right? What I'll rather call like a hand like ace 4 here than ace 10, because in Davy's shoes he will be calling with 10s, right? He won't be 3-betting. So I don't know about that argument too much, but I feel like blocker wise, ace 4 seems a bit better. If I'm like calling a a pair. What are your
I,
thoughts,
s-
Nikita?
I, s- I think it's same ace 10, ace 4. I think he can bet 3-bet tens as well. I don't see any reason why not.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, then I guess it's not any different.
But so, like from Marinelli's point of view, right? Like he gets clicked on the flop, he calls, and then he calls bet, turn, and river. What is he beating here that will take this line by Davy?
Bluffs.
Yeah, but like, so yeah, what bluffs are we talking? Because like, I struggle a lot.
Ace 4.
seeing that.
Ace 4, ace 4 is ace deuce kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Type
Ace
of
4
hand.
and ace deuce.
For maybe for 3.
Yeah, for that reason, actually, ace 4 might not be a call because it's chopping with a bluff, right?
Yeah. Makes sense.
Okay. And so when would you have folded exactly, Rajat?
I would have folded on the river. I would have called turn for sure, but I would have folded on the river.
All right, there you go,
Seems too
guys.
much.
Bluff him all day. He's never catching.
But I'll have sets and I'll have straights, right? So it's not like I'm unprotected.
Well, 2% of the time. Very low.
I mean,
Yeah,
if
in
you're not
Davis
folding
shoes, I
ace,
don't
then
know.
it's kind of like you're not folding anything. It's like you're sure like he's over bluffing in this spots and you're not gonna fold anything.
He might RNG it. Like he might, maybe he
What?
called 20. Maybe he called 25% of time. We don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe it's RNG.
yeah.
Doesn't mean he calls every time.
But like what I was trying to say here is like ace 10 might be the worst hand that you get here on the river with, right? Might be one of the worst hands.
Okay.
Yeah, what worst hand like you can think of?
In Marinelli's shoes, what else?
Yeah, yeah. And big blind shoes.
He can have 10 deuce and 10-4, but David blocks 10-4. He can.
No. I was saying like what is the worst possible hand in Marinelli's shoes that you reach river with?
Mm.
Ace 10 sim seems the worst to me. Like
5-3, 4-3.
yeah, 5-3 and 4-3. Yeah.
To deuce with a backdoor flush draw.
6-5.
So
I mean those hands
yeah,
like I don't know how
it's
often like deuce 6. I don't know how often it will check raise. 5-3
it check
definitely.
raises sometimes.
5-3 definitely. 5-3 you have a point, right? We will fold it always and we will get here with some flush draws as well. So yeah, those two hands.
Ajeb asked a couple questions in the chat. He asked how theory plays after the click back on the flop. Should big blind lead some turns? Is 5 one of them?
Usually after bet rebet, big blind should have a lead on some terms, and
Yeah.
5. Yeah, 5 seems like a decent turn for this play. I would assume.
Yeah. A very interesting hand for sure, and hope to see Marinelli back in the mix. Unfortunately, not going his way so far, but Davey looking pretty good today. Got some decent stacks. I saw him win some hands. Here we see your mom is hot going for the big jam on the river. And Chile decides to make the call ace-9 of diamonds. He's going to lose to ace-jack off. We can review this. That is the wrong hand. There we go.
This looks like it was 3-bet pot.
Yeah, small blind against button, call. Close to 100 big blinds. Continue small on king, 8 deuce. We got a call, ace on the turn. It checks around, and then your mommy thought he has an ace, right? But the flush draw, the nut flush draw missed, so he has showdown value. Interesting that he bluffs with his hands. Well, is it even really a bluff, or is it?
What? I didn't see the action.
No.
Can you play the hand again?
It's a jam for value.
It's jam for value? Okay, so he's targeting a king, or like something else.
Or worse, ace-x. He has ace-jack, right?
Your mommy thought who jams river, he has ace-9 of diamonds, and Shirley has ace-jack of suits.
He has a ace-9.
Yeah. And then he jams for... Oh no, sorry, he has... Never mind, I had it upside down. Okay, so he has ace-jack, okay.
Check and he jammed.
Yeah, so ace-jack is just easy value here?
Yeah.
So why check the turn then? That's what I don't understand. Like, how do you decide you check this turn? It's like, is it the ace comes and are you trying to disguise your hand, or is just a bad card for villain and then you just yeah, I don't understand.
Usually what happens is like on an ace, like you tend to use block a lot, right? And you obviously check as well, right? So with ace jack, like you have to check it sometimes. I think he must have randomized it. I would have checked the combos with a heart or with a diamond. I would have bet this one on the turn, but I'm assuming, like I'm guessing he randomized it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels unnatural to check those particular suits in his shoes.
Guys, just give me a minute, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll rejoin.
Sure. So what's I mean, you don't have to answer, but then if we maybe could get a bit of advice from this, like, is there a heuristic here for us to, you know, learn and to apply, like in this scenario when the ace comes, if opponent's range is capped, then we're more inclined to check, or like how does the spot work exactly, like in a simplified version?
I don't know. I think they both hit ace quite hard.
Okay.
And he needs to have some checking, and some part of the range wants to check down. So he needs to protect this range. So, like the way I approach it, I would check ace with some suit, so you can have like a safer river decision. But it can go any line.
Okay. Hajeb in the chat asked, any merit for in position to bet any ace X of diamonds, like any suited ace of diamond hands? We need ace king off in range to do so, question mark. Question to Nikita.
Yeah, ace-9 you can, I feel you kind of can bet and shove it river. So, but he has ace-10, ace-jack, ace-queen off. Most of them bet the turn. It's quite thin, but I think it can do both.
Okay.
Bet to check. I would be more inclined to bet it and check with the lower kicker, which can't shove river for value. But I don't know if ace-9 can shove river for value.
Yeah.
I suppose it can. So I would bet it.
Palaf says Rajat has gone, the Indian feds must have arrived.
Guys,
Did you add that guy yet on Discord?
what?
Did you add the guy on Discord? I gave you his Discord.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot.
Oh my god. Come on, man. Help a brother out.
Like, how do you like send requests on Discord?
Bro, are you kidding me? You have the app?
I actually don't use Discord much.
Do you have the app or use the in-browser?
I have the app.
So you go on the top left tab, it says friends, you click on that, and then you click on add friend.
Okay. Yeah.
How did you ever make No Limit 500, my guy?
Like I said, I was studying alone.
Oh my god. Oh, it's him in the chat. He's Pala in the chat. Damn, he's doxing himself. Hey, be careful. The feds are watching, my guy. HDP about last hand asked, what is the weakest race out of position can jam here for value? Rajat, do you want to take this?
What?
The weakest ace that's out of position can jam for value.
I think he can jam a lot because the thing is in position I feel like he kind of have to stab a lot of ace on the turn, so he can jam pretty wide.
Okay.
I think ace 10 plus.
Well, you said pretty wide, and then you went one pip down. Are you kidding me, man?
You won't jam like ace 5 there, right?
What the hell?
Would like jamming ace 5 would be nuts.
Oh my god. Speak comedy.
Yeah, ace-9 feels like a borderline hand for this.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because the thing is, in position has to stab a lot of ace on the turn, so its range becomes kind of.
I don't know. He has all the pocket pairs, kings, eights. It makes him more inclined to check back a lot of ace-x as well. So he's not naked on the river. And he is not really in a rush to put money in.
Yeah, and his hand seems like kind of a nice hand to check back as well, right? With diamonds.
Yeah.
So, like, what I would do is I would like stab a lot of ace x on the turn here, and I would stab like a hand like threes, and like fours, fives, and some flush draws, and some queen ten, some jack ten. I would stab, but I would bluff like threes and fives on the river and give up like queen 10, jack 10, queen jack stuff.
How do you come up with threes?
Because like the thing is like against small blind, with threes you unblock his folds, right? Like when you stab threes, you unblock sixes, sevens, nines, tens, which he will fold, right? And he will and on the river with queen jack, jack 10, you block his folds, right? Like jacks, like tens, right? He will call sometimes here with jacks and maybe fold it on the river. So you don't want to bluff like queen jack, queen 10. So you would rather not have a jack, not have a 10, not have a queen on the river, and like you basically want to unblock folds with threes and fives.
Okay. Nikita, is that a punt or?
With race, no, it's actually a standard play.
Okay. It's actually, to me, this is crazy. Like thinking about these things, like you're like, oh yeah, no, I unblock, and I'm like, yeah, you're gonna unblock your balance to somebody else's accounts if you're bluffing 3-0. Like, what the hell? You have nothing. But I guess, yeah, no. When you
Yeah.
guys break it down, it does make sense eventually.
But the thing is, like, threes is like extremely intuitive bluff here, because if you think about it, like, you don't want to have sixes, you don't want to have sevens, you don't want to have eights, you don't want to have, like, a higher pocket pair, because if you, like, let's say if you start bluffing sixes will block his sixes, which he will fold, right? You won't get a lot of better hands to fold. Sixes will, like, he will have five sometimes here as well, right? Sixes will win against that. Like, it has some showdown value. And like on the river, you don't want to have like a jack in your hand to bluff, right? You don't want to have like a queen in your hand to bluff. You get my point? So
Yeah.
what else you have? Like, it's obviously like threes. It's obviously a hand like six threes and fives. Threes and fives are like, the I think the most plus EV bluffs here on the river. And yeah.
It's funny that you say you. I mean, I don't have threes here because I play in a rec trap, so I'm not 3-betting threes small blind against button. But yeah, I get your point.
No. I meant in position has
Oh,
threes,
okay.
Yeah, in position.
not
Okay,
out of
okay.
position. So you basically with threes you unblock a lot of folds, like sixes, sevens, eights, sixes, sevens, nines, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the
And
same
you
reasons, out of position can borrow fives, pocket fives, or pocket sixes.
And HTP said, I don't know how I get there on turn with threes. Shouldn't it fold to c-bet on flop?
No.
So
You
against
can't.
at this level, those guys are playing pretty close to theory. You basically, against a small bet, from what I gather, is call everything. Even if you have ace queen here. Like, what's the lowest hand? What's the bottom of your calling range and the top of your folding range here, would you say, in this scenario?
I will
Bottom.
fold. Yeah, Nikita, go ahead. You go first.
Bottom, I think 6-7 of hearts, and fold just everything which doesn't have backdoors, like ace 10 maybe fold.
I think ace jack will fold here without a diamond.
It,
Ace jack without a diamond will fold.
yeah, ace jack without suits. I think it probably mixes.
So you call 6-7 of hearts.
No.
Like it's a good float, I think.
No, 6-7 of hearts seems too wide.
So many terms you improve. I see only good cards, can
Yeah, Rajat, you're talking to the champ, my guy. How dare you?
I think 4-5
flushes,
definitely float, but 6-7 seems a bit too ambitious to me.
It's double backdoor.
You can trust the champ, my guy.
Okay.
And Grind Heaps in the chat said, I don't get why we don't want jack or queen in hand on king 8 deuce ace 4 blocking ace queen ace jack question mark.
But the thing is, ace queen will mostly barrel itself, right? So and the problem is on turn you can bet, on river it is not good. Not in this spot. Like when he checks, I was talking about when out of position checks and we stab and he calls and we have to decide, like, should we go all in or check back.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about.
Okay. And Hajeb saying Nikita has bad intentions for turn and river. It seems like,
Sorry, what is it?
He said you have bad intentions for turn and river, because I think he's referring to this. You saying you're gonna call like 6-7 of hearts. He always has bad intentions. That's why he's a champ. You gotta follow through sometimes, you know. Be losing with a big jam. Chile, I feel like he's in the blender every other hand. And oof, okay, we had the Cowboys on this one. Probably a good folds. Oh, this table is not show actually. Damn. Limitless back in the mix.
Let's review some more hands.
Yeah. Grind Heap says, I just checked 6-7 suited is a pill on the flop with the backdoors. As soon as he said it, you don't need to check. You know it's right. But it's funny, like I wonder how applicable it is in my games actually, these. I feel like probably not so much. Maybe against like the somewhat sound theoretically regs, which almost do not exist, but there's maybe a few.
I think on flop you should follow theory as much as possible, and you should like look to deviate on turns.
Don't you think the profiles are like very extreme, especially at like lower stakes?
What?
Don't you think the profiles of players are like super extra? I feel like most players in my stakes and my tables, they're either super degenerates or super fish, and then sometimes, very rarely, it's like a decent reg.
But the thing is, like, if you deviate, like you should look to deviate mostly on reverse, not like on flops. Just
Yeah.
because if you don't like peel enough on the flop, you won't get with enough bluffs on the river, so you won't get to manipulate.
The problem is that I don't know which runouts to bluff, so I kind of want to take that situation out of the equation. And also, like when I see some profiles, like some guys like 14, 12, 7, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm gonna fold the flop and be very happy about it.
You should have folded pre-flop in that case.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You should have folded pre-flop against them.
Good points. Here we go again. Biluzin Dunkaroos. Actually, there is a big one down there. I'll set up another table. It's down to 4 tables right now.
Do you know who is Biluzin? He plays quite a lot.
Let me double check so I say it correctly. It's Pedro Toledo, a Brazilian reg.
Okay.
Oh wow. Well, that's Mr. Lumberjack. That is unfortunate, sir.
Oh wow, cooler.
How did he not go in pre? Oh, he just calls. Oh, because it's deeper. 137 big blinds deep. You just call the 3 bets. Ace, King, 6. Small bet call. And he check calls. Turn. Wow, what a... That's a disgusting spot for Mr. Lumberjack. Good lord.
Yeah.
And nothing to do here. Not even voodoo magic could make you check this back or even fold. It'd be only Mike Postle could have folded this. Raja, did you add the guy from the chat?
Yeah, I did add him.
Yeah. If you see some flashlights outside your house, just get on the ground and put your hands over your head.
Sorry guys, I have to go my kids home.
Don't apologize. Thank you for your time, and it was great to have you on the stream. As always, you're welcome back anytime, sir. And
Yeah. Yeah, thank you
Yeah,
for the invite.
thank you. If you have,
I'd love to connect with you as well, right? Off
Yeah,
stream.
yeah.
We'll definitely do a session.
if you have any shout outs, Nikita, or last words, then the floor is yours. And laters.
No, I don't have.
All right. No worries. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Laters.
Okay, bye. Cheers.
Why poker players never have shout outs?
I don't know. I have no idea about that.
You know, shout out anything. Shout out the feds. Like, I think there was big pot on the right table during your last analysis. Yeah, it's, you know, there is always big pot. That's the thing. But we need to balance. Let me check. I can't find the one you're referring to, I think. Okay, I see it now. Yeah, we can do that one, I guess. Probably I won't be on too much longer either. So it's a blind versus blind violence. Limitless opens 3 big blinds, or high mark 3 bets to 9 big blinds. We are exactly 100 big blinds deep.
Okay.
And we head to 9-6-7 monotone. Expect a very small continue. Yeah, he bets quarter.
Okay.
Actually, a bit more.
Oh, high mark bets. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And limitless check raises.
Okay.
High mark calls. 4 of hearts on the turn.
4 of hearts.
Just jam. What the? It's funny, they have the exact same stack too. He just jams. This is crazy. And then high mark is just sat there with a nut flush. He's like, all right, so why not? Even makes a straight flush on the second one for good measure. No board pairing to save limitless. What do you think then of those nines? Like monotone is one of the things I know how to play the least personally. I kind of feel like with two pair you can be cautious, but sets I never know. Like when the flush gets there, what to actually do.
I think this is like one of the most understudied spots. Like one of the most. Okay. I wouldn't have shoved here though. I would have. I mean, if you're planning to shove, you should have check raised a bit bigger, right? I don't know.
Yeah, the check raise wasn't big, but maybe that's part of like the whole mind game, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
So, and you shoved the turn with nines. How bad it can be.
What a sick fluff for high mark. Let's get the nuts.
But the problem is we're good thing. I don't know. Plays a bit weird. Yeah, I don't think this is happening in theory.
Yeah. Okay, Blikus mentions another hand. Let me try and look it up. I've actually found it. Oh my god, I'm really good at this stream. Not gonna lie. Okay, let's watch this hand first here. Actually, 2 hands that look like they could be pretty big, and then I think we'll review one last hand from the replayer and probably call it for now.
Yeah.
And it was very nice of you to join. I'm glad.
Thanks a lot, man.
You joined. You're inspiring your people from India. We had 2 of them at least watching.
I don't want to inspire them now.
Why?
Because of the ban, obviously.
Yeah, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Like you guys can pull through this. You guys can move to Thailand, get a house, crush, and play in the 2032 high stakes championship. Let's go.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we got a big bet. Wait, actually, I didn't realize how deep they are, but on the right side, they're very deep. Oh, hi, Mark and Dunkaroos. I guess he's repping a straight mainly here, right? Or is that exclusively a flush? A straight plus, I was going to say.
I didn't see the action actually.
Oh, no, it's not the show table. All right, well, whatever. We can forget about this hand because we saw nothing anyway. The dream is alive, even though unfortunately poker in India isn't. You guys, like, if you're really serious, just move. I'm not even a full-time poker player, and even I moved.
To play poker?
Well, part of it was to keep it as like a hobby, you know? Even it's not that hard, I think, to move. And like, there's so many great places in the world you can go to. So might as well, you know? Chase your dream. All right. So this hand was a raise from Biluzin in the cutoff. Dunkaroos calls on the button. David Jones calls in the small blind. Ohio Mark is like, this is too good to pass. He squeezes the big blind. Folds, call, and a fold. So it's just Dunkaroos and Ohio Mark going to ace king 9 with two-tone. I guess this massively favors the squeezer, I assume, right?
Yeah.
He bets.
So
He bets small. Gets called.
Yeah.
Deuce of diamond, blank. Check. So now this looks really weak, right? Because he bets like small on the flop and then checks the turn. And Dunkaroos kind of starts stabbing away.
So now, this is exactly the same spot I was talking about. In this spot, you have to stab like 3s, 4s, 5s.
Okay.
5-4.
Yeah.
If you have called it on the flop.
So that's probably why Ohio Mark called with the hand that he did, which you'll see in a second. So he calls river deuce of clubs. He checks. Dunkaroos chips. And Ohio Mark says, I do not believe you. And Dunkaroos says, well, you should have. Because he's got a boat.
He has 9s. Oh. Wow. He called him off with king, queen.
Yeah. I think Dunkaroos is known to be fairly aggressive, to be fair. Like,
okay.
Yeah, he's known to be fairly aggressive. I don't know how this looks like in theory, but that's my observation as a dog shit player myself.
I don't think in theory, king, queen.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have called it, man. Like, I mean, if I would have called, I would at least try to have a club in my hand.
Okay. And like the fact that you block stuff like queen jack, does that matter? Or like queen 10?
The thing is, in position isn't supposed to be bluffing with a lot of queen jack, queen 10 on the river, like I said, right? So his main bluffs are basically 3s, 4s, and 5s.
Yeah, okay.
In position's main bluff. Yeah.
Okay, let me catch up on the chat real quick. So yeah, Blickus, hope you're happy. We did do the hands that you suggested.
Every once in a while, like he can bluff like queen 10, queen jack, but not like always.
Yeah, not pure.
Yeah.
Palace say the dream is alive, even though unfortunately in India it isn't. Live is still a thing, honestly, in Goa, but who knows, with this government, they can shut it down overnight like they did with online. I mean, maybe there'll be a miracle and they'll reopen it, who knows. Although, yeah, it's hard to hope for good things sometimes. HDP said, yeah, getting a visa to Austria is not that easy for us. Yeah, but it doesn't have to be Austria. There's a lot of places, like in Asia even. Like, yeah, Rajat was just talking about Thailand. There's multiple places you can go to. Chase your dream, my friend. Okay. All right, that's it for now. Thank you, Rajat, for joining. You're welcome back anytime you want. You want me to let you know if Waco is on? What about Prodigy?
Yeah. If any of them is on, like, just let me know. I'll join. And whenever, like, give me a link. Like, whenever I'm free, like, I might join as well the stream.
What do you mean? Give you a link?
Like, do you have like a link where? So you switch up the links every time, right?
Bro, like you have the Twitch, don't you? I sent you the Twitch earlier. That's the
Okay.
link. Yeah, like
Okay.
if you follow the channel, you can even activate notifications. You'll get like an email or like a notification that it's live. So
Okay.
that's it. Yeah.
Okay. I'll turn on the notification and
Yeah. So yeah, if you see us live and then there is someone you like.
Then I want to join, and you just let me know if I can.
No. Like
Yeah.
if you're watching the stream and you want to join the call because you like the discussion or like some of the guests and you want to talk with them, then you just send me a message and then I add you into the call on Discord.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
pretty straightforward.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
Another guy asks if you can add his Discord. So Chris, you share your Discord, and then Rajat will add you if he wants to. That is. You guys gonna start a sick grinder group? I got a feeling.
For sure.
All right. Thank you again, bro. And yeah, if you have any last shout outs or last few things you want to say, now is the time.
No. It's fine, I guess. And
All
thanks a lot for the invite, Johan.
Thank you for being on.
Bye.
Have a good night. Actually, I say good night. I'm pretty sure it's early. I think Rajat joined us as he woke up, which is pretty dope. All right, guys. Thank you so much once again for joining. It was a ton of fun. We are back tomorrow. I don't think I have any guests scheduled right now, but I'm gonna start like trying to schedule as many of those as possible, and hopefully we can still find a lot of those guys to join us and share insights. Palace said, thank you guys. Thank you just for helping a brother out. Great streams. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, big love to all our viewers. Make sure to show support to Poker Strategy, PokerStrategy.com/news if you want to follow there is actual news that get properly written about this to give updates, so you don't have to just check the leaderboard and kind of form the stories yourself. It kind of facilitates that process. Make sure to give them a follow on all their socials. You can see a bunch of them on the screen. There is also those of Coin Poker, pretty easy to find. And if you guys want to follow me, I'm Johan Merlo on both Instagram and Twitter, and I'm at Todd on Twitch, and I do stream some poker sometimes. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. Take care. Much love.